Licks, the Dream Band podcast, with me, Danny Beardsley, my co-host who absolutely fucking loves country music, Dan.
Dude.
Hey.
I do not love country music.
You've just not found the right kind of country music.
There's only one kind, and it's all pretty bad. You love it though, don't you?
I do love it.
You love your boring blues and your country.
Now, I'd say blues. I'd rather listen to country than blues. I like the storytelling.
What about trucks and?
It's not all about that.
And cows.
Well, I mean, granted, some of it is heavily religious.
I mean, you're known as a heavily religious man.
Am I really?
Dude, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, I like all the... I just think it sounds great. All the vocal harmonies and... Yeah. I know it's not for you. It's not for you.
Well, I think if you've heard one country song, you've probably heard them all.
They are, yeah.
Very similar.
Different kinds of country, isn't there?
Again, is a little bit like blues, isn't it, really, when you think about it?
Yeah, blues is very... Well, there's different kinds of... You always go for that kind of blues.
Blues was designed for guitarists to wank over. Guitar, what? Like, with a guitar. Just to clarify there.
Ball claim?
It's not ball claim. It's just very easy music to say. That's why you get so many blues guitarists, because it's the easiest music to do a solo over.
We're going to get some... It's not, though. No, not... I mean, not for it to sound melodic and vocal and nice.
There's millions of blues guitarists, and they specifically play blues because it's very easy to solo over.
Yeah, I'd say for the only thing for me with blues is I'm a fan of blues, but a lot of it is like regurgitated. That's the thing that bugs me a little bit, because it's like it's the same lines, isn't it? It's the same licks. And it's like, how many times have I got to listen to that?
And you can hear the solo before it even comes. You know what's coming.
I suppose that's the thing that I get a little bit bored with, and that's why I like prog so much. Because you don't know what's around the corner.
Exactly.
It's why I like jazz so much, because it's like, God, where did that come from?
Random as fuck.
Yeah. How you been?
All right, dude. How about you? You've been away.
I have been away.
You left me.
You left me.
Where you been?
Went to the Netherlands.
Of course.
To a place near Leiden. We flew into Amsterdam. It was a really nice flight and everything, actually. Flew with KLM. We went to an amazing theme park.
Oh, yes.
Efteling.
I saw some photos and videos.
Oh, it's that good, mate. It's really good. I've never been to Disney, partly because we've never been able to afford it, but it's what I imagine it to be like. There's like all of the actual grounds and all the rides and everything, all the buildings, they're all integrated into like woodland and...
lovely.
You know, like the old fairy tales of like
Of the Netherlands.
Well, I don't know where all the stories come from, but you know, like, I'm trying to think of now which ones they are.
Hansel and Gretel?
Yeah, Hansel and Gretel. You know, all the classics. So it's all those kind of plotted around in this spooky forest, and then loads of different weird rides.
Lovely.
But we got stuck on a roller coaster.
That sounds very exciting.
Well,
were you upside down?
Well, we went round
Was your
twice.
legs dangling?
And bearing in mind, my little girl, she's not really into rides and stuff like that, so she was a little bit nervous. The first time we've ever been on a ride together, it breaks down. So there was 2 roller coasters on. It's called is it Max and Moritz? It's called. It looks like it's some sort of cartoon in Netherlands. It's themed on, and they go opposite directions. And ours, we went round twice, which we knew would happen, but then it started to go again, and we were like, ooh, bonus round. But then it stopped and rolled backwards. So we rolled onto the platform where you get on.
So you were safe.
So we were overhanging, so whoever was at the back they wouldn't have been able to get off properly. But the other one was stuck like halfway around on its side. So I'm glad that we didn't go on that one. But we were on there for like 25 minutes waiting.
Bloody hell.
But they gave us some like VIP tickets so we could get on quick onto the other rides. But yeah, it was a really good place, really friendly people and nice food and everything. I'd highly recommend. Have you been there? Have you been to the Netherlands?
I've been to the Netherlands, but
of course, yeah.
Not to where you were.
Yeah, you'd love that theme park. We shall go.
Podcast day out.
Yeah, we're popping to Efteling.
Pop to Netherlands. It's about half an hour flight, isn't it?
It's in like 50 minutes.
Yeah, it's not really worth it, is it?
You know, it took longer to bloody drive there than it did
to fly.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. What have you been listening to?
Dude, I've been listening to... I've revisited, because I've already listened to this, Celebrate, the EP from Blackstone Cherry.
Oh, it came up on my random playlist the other day. One of the songs did.
Yeah.
It's really catchy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really catchy. And I enjoyed listening. I mean, we were lucky enough to exclusively listen to it the first time round.
Oh, we were, weren't we? Yeah.
When we interviewed Steve Jewell, awesome guy. Check out a previous episode, whatever number it was.
I can't remember anymore.
Yeah, just listen to them all. Do us a favour.
Listen to them all until you get to his.
Yeah.
Listen to nearly 80 hours of our content to get to him first if you go from the start. Good luck with that.
No, I mean, the reason why I put it on is because my little girl is a huge Alter Bridge fan, and it's pretty much exclusively all she's listening to at the moment. So as like a kind of a welcome break.
A palate cleanser.
Like, should we just put something different on? So I put this on, and she actually likes it.
Oh.
She approved. But she was like, I still like Alter Bridge more.
Fair play.
But yeah, great EP. I recommend it if you like southern rock, catchy chorus.
Yeah, it's catchy stuff,
big
innit?
Melodies.
Fun stuff, really.
Yeah. What about you, mate?
I've been listening to the new Bill Murray album. Bill, as in one word, Bill, not the actor Bill Murray. He's not released any music. Well, he may have done. He probably has actually, hasn't he, at some point? But the new Bill Murray album, what's it called? Kind of Hard.
Oh.
Kind of Hard. They release an album every 2 years, pretty much. Well, no, every year, a lot of the time.
Is it like a solo artist or
yeah,
something?
he used to be in a band called Attack Attack.
Oh, I've heard of them. Yeah.
It does sound like every Bill Murray album.
Okay.
They got the same...
A little bit repetitive, is it?
A little bit, but it's still good.
Yeah.
Still good. Still enjoy it. It's like kind of pop rock metal.
Well, if you send us a track that stands out for you, I'll have a listen as well.
Well, I could just send you any.
And it's the same.
It cover all bases.
Yeah.
A little bit of clean singing, a little bit of jangly guitar, heavy bit, some female vocals, guest vocals on some bits.
Okay.
Maybe a saxophone.
Done.
Continued. Solo.
Seal your deal.
Heavy bit, and boom.
Well, I found a blues band that you might like.
You've done this before. You've done this before.
Why?
You told me a blues person that I might like, and I didn't like it.
Oh, yeah, it was...
Can't remember his name. It was on one of the episodes.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
This is Bill Murray and his Blood Brothers. So I think you should listen.
Bill Murray... So, to clarify, Bill Murray does have a band.
He has got a band. There he is, on stage.
Can you remember in... What was it? Zombieland?
It's a 10-piece blues rock ensemble.
Well, he's in Zombieland, isn't he? He pretends to be a zombie and then gets killed in Zombieland.
Amazing film, that is.
But I think he looks genuinely now like a zombie. No? What do you think?
I
can't really believe he's still alive, to be honest. He lives hard, doesn't he?
He lives hard.
He lives hard.
Hashtag lives hard.
Lives hard. Love it.
What, he's just permanently hard?
Probably. Named Bill Murray.
What was that?
Chris Cornell. just rang me. Anyway, shall we wrap this up?
Yeah, we need to crack on because this episode's about 4 hours long.
Yeah, we're brilliant though.
Yeah, I didn't want this guy to leave the studio. It was such a pleasure.
It was an in-studio interview, which we always love.
Yeah.
And we can't shut the fuck up, can we? So,
right, let's crack on.
Enjoy.
How long's it been going now, the podcast?
Year and a half now, dude.
Year and a half. Well, if you'd have told me before that I was doing a podcast, I'd have never...
It's you know what? Dave and I have talked about doing a podcast, but we just talk utter bollocks.
Yeah, well, I mean, we talk a lot. Either side of the interview.
You know what it's like in rehearsals. We get to... I've got a place in Belper. A room in Belper. And we get there and... we spend about an hour just talking nonsense, and then we play a bit, and then we spend another hour talking nonsense, and if we just would focus on playing stuff, we'd like have 2 albums by now, or 3 albums, instead of just 3 tracks. Anyway.
Well, it's that quality time that you're spending together, isn't it?
It's true,
It builds that kind of rapport between you, and that link as well.
Yeah.
Especially drum and bass. Do you know what I mean? It has to be there, doesn't it?
Yeah. And you can see that when you watch you guys live as well, how like interlocked everything is. It's so tight, isn't it?
It has to be as well, but it was perfect.
Well, yeah.
But I know you come off stage and you're like, because I've said it every time I've seen you, like, oh God, it was so tight. You've been like a little bit surprised at times. You're like, thank you.
Honestly, it's not false modesty. It's like what we do in rehearsals isn't. A lot of it is to do with using our own gear, and I never get to use. Well, I did in Derby, but at the last, I don't know how your drummer got on. I thought the drum kit was crap.
Yeah, I mean, Dave's never happy.
Yeah, well, rightly so.
It's not really fair, is it, on you as a drummer?
Yeah, what most people don't realise, just a slight change in an angle on a tom or something makes a world of difference, and you can't really change anything. Anyway, it is what it is.
What do you think to the angle of Danny's toms there?
Interesting.
So Danny recently got that kit, and then I got one as well because I think I'd like to learn to play drums as well.
Right.
And my toms are more flat.
Okay.
And not like that. So I was just wondering how do you have your toms, George?
More like that.
Oh, do you?
Flat.
Mine are pretty flat.
But you know what's bizarre? Dave, bass player with Kaliugah, he's a drummer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And he was in Rage Against the Machine. What were they called? Evil Empire. So he plays drums in them.
Oh, I've heard of them before. I've probably seen them actually. I think they played at Rock City on the New Metal night or whatever they have.
And he plays in this cheesy wedding band thing to make some money.
Fair play.
But this is all drums, not bass.
Oh, drums, bloody hell.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because he's an awesome bass player as well.
He's wicked.
But if you notice, he's very percussive. And that's where it comes from.
Yeah.
I love that though, because I'm a bass player as well. I play quite percussively and hard and aggressively. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Love it. The place in Belper then, because there's a band that we know, These Wicked Rivers. They practice in Belper. Is that the same place?
No, but the bass player in These Wicked Rivers is one of my best mates, Adam Brule.
Oh, yeah.
Me and Adam, man. Yeah. Well, the kind original bass player is another one of my best mates. There's a guy called John Hallam.
Yeah. Another great player.
Yeah, and John was at the gig at the Billy Bootleggers gig.
Oh, was he? I didn't.
Yeah, and he recommended Adam to replace him because they wanted to tour and John couldn't tour.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, so,
Are you only friends with bass players then? Is that's the
Well, no, very quick story. When I put Kaliugah together, this is how long ago it was. I put an advert in, is it Selector Disc in Nottingham?
I missed that place so much.
Likewise.
I got into all my music through Select Disc.
You know what I mean?
The little descriptions on the label,
So I put an advert in there, and the guitarist is a guy called Dave Stevenson, sort of contacted me, and he was like, yeah, let's get together. We got together and played, and we were trying to find a bass player, and this is a classic, the sort of words that he said. He said, I know someone, but he's not really reliable. And I went, sod it, just get him down. And that turned out to be Dave Blunt, who's been with me for 25 years.
Bloody hell.
So, pretty reliable.
Crazy.
That's madness, isn't it?
I know.
Would you like me to pour you some coffee?
Oh.
I mean, are you okay with it? Do you know?
Go ahead, man. I'll just make this instant stuff.
I feel like I need to serve you.
No, man.
There we go.
Oh, magic.
It's normally quite good, to be honest. Did you grind them beans fresh?
Not these ones, no. Well, in fact, when John from These Wicked Rivers came round, made him a coffee, and somehow, I think it was operator error. I think it was John.
You blaming John?
Yeah, I'm blaming John. He ended up with all the coffee in the bottom and he was chewing it.
You just tell him it's normal.
I think you did it on purpose, Danny. You got a grudge against it. Has he wronged you in the past?
No, not at all. He's a good lad, John is.
He is a good lad, yeah.
Just in case he's listening in.
We'll talk about him offline later.
Yeah.
I don't know him that well.
He's a good lad.
Well, I think we ought to introduce you to the listeners.
Okay.
Do you want to introduce yourself to the listeners?
Yeah, can do.
Go for it. Who are you and what do you do?
Yeah, basically.
Right. Okay. I'm George Grignon, born in Derby, grew up in Derby, live in Derbyshire, in Wirksworth. I'm retired now, believe it or not. And I play drums in a few projects, Kaliugah being one that I formed. It's actually 26 years ago, which is crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. With a guitarist called Dave Stevenson, who then introduced the bass player that's with me now, David Blant. Yeah, and we do what we do.
So with that, have you always been doing that style for 25, 26 years?
Okay, that's an interesting question. My dad was a DJ in the 1950s and 60s, and he used to play a lot of jazz. So I listened to loads of jazz. And at the same time, I was listening to loads of rock, Cream and Hendrix and stuff, and listening to loads of soul and funk. And in my head, it was all pretty much the same, which sounds crazy.
Yeah.
So my drumming style sort of came about. In fact, my dream drummer, which I'm not going to have in my dream band, the guy that influenced me a lot is a guy called Billy Cobham.
Okay.
And Billy Cobham was a drummer with a band called Mahavishnu Orchestra, who sort of mixed loads of rock and loads of jazz.
Yeah.
So he plays loads of like odd time stuff, and he plays it with real power. So that's probably my biggest influence, along with a load of jazz drummers, a load of rock drummers, people like Mitch Mitchell, who played with Jimi Hendrix. And then I just sort of watched a load of rock people. Another massive influence was Vinnie Paul from Pantera.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then currently a major influence has been Thomas Hark with Meshuggah.
Oh,
Yeah. And then there's a load of guys that are sort of not as good, in my opinion, as Thomas Hart, but very similar. The guy that's in Car Bomb, Elliot Hoffman.
Oh, I like Car Bomb.
Yeah. A load of other guys, but it's a mixture of, if you poured all these drummers into one pot, that's what I'm about. Bit of jazz, a bit of extreme metal, a bit of funk. A lot of the James Brown drummers I like because they're really funky.
Yeah.
So I just throw all of that together and see what comes out the end.
It sounds really modern, though. For me anyway, for my ears, it sounds pretty like contemporary, really.
But Dave and I were talking about this. I play the other two projects I've got. I don't know if you guys are familiar with a band called Weather Report.
With Jaco Pastorius on bass.
Yeah. Well, I put a Weather Report band together called Mysterious Travellers about 18 months ago. And the bass player in that is a guy called Dave Sturt, who's like one of the top fretless guys in this country. He plays with Gong.
Oh, yeah.
Like a prog band that's been around for years and years and years. And there's a track that we play that Weather Report recorded in 1975 called Black Market. And I swear to you, if you got the recording out now, it's like the precursor to Meshuggah.
Oh, bloody hell.
So they're playing like straight 4 on like a chime or a crash cymbal. But there's patterns going on underneath. And, when I listen back to it, I think, it's just like, a milder version of Meshuggah.
Bloody hell.
So I was listening to that in 1975 or whenever it was. So for me, to listen to Meshuggah is nothing, so that's why I suppose we sound sort of contemporary.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think? It sounded quite modern to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And all your influences are. Do you mean? But you're right. You're right. They've kind of seeped into you, I suppose, haven't they? And you've melded it with that rock and metal side. And
yeah.
George, what's your drumming origin story? So, how did you get started?
Right. Okay. Very quickly, I'm the programmer for Derby Jazz, right? And I'm actually thinking about giving you guys a gig. Right, but we'll go into that later. Right, Derby Jazz, most cities have a jazz organisation and it's funded by the Arts Council and they book bands and blah, 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 blah. The programmer, the guy that's run it, has run it for 40-odd years and is really ill. And they've asked me to sort of get involved and they've now asked me to do the programming. And someone there was a gig on last Friday and it was a saxophonist called Josephine Davis, and they had a great drummer with them. I can't remember his name. Jay Davis, his name is. And we were talking, and he said, "How did you get into drums?" I said, "I've no idea." And I said, "What happens is I feel that the instrument finds you.
Yeah.
You know, generally, I know all my friends were like playing a guitar or a bass, and it just never appealed to me. And something about the drums just attracted me.
Yeah.
And I just thought, that's what I want to do. And yeah, so that's it.
It found you.
Yeah.
It found you.
Yeah.
It was a calling.
Yeah.
I've almost gone down to that Derby Jazz thing a few times, and I've bottled it because I've got a few, I've got a handful of jazz lines and a pocket full of jazz chords. But then the idea was,
you're a great player.
I appreciate that, mate. But it's the stuff that I play live with Parallax in particular.
Yeah,
is very refined and very rehearsed.
Yeah,
and sitting in
not jazz.
It's like the jazz moments that are in it.
Yeah,
they're absolutely constructed and rehearsed. And I suppose there's jazz moments, but that's usually when things go wrong and you have to dig yourself out of a hole.
I think that's the thing. Most people, when they think of jazz, they think all improvisation, and that's not the case.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, my Weather Report band, Mysterious Travellers, we're doing a gig on the 25th of September. And very little there is improvised. We've got a structure. Weather Report had tunes. Jacko was in it.
Yeah.
And he wrote Teen Town. Now he might improvise on bits, but there's the structure of a tune. So we're going to be doing, 13, 14 tunes or numbers. And in it, the keyboard player will improvise a solo. Well, the solos are obviously improvised, but everything else is pretty much on rails.
Okay.
Yeah. We had a guitarist who was from Derby, went to New York and made a name for himself and came and was doing a tour of Europe. So we booked him, a guy called Phil Robson.
No, I don't know I'll look him up though.
Yeah. And he did a gig, I think it was December or November of last year. And we've got another guy, a jazz guy called Nigel Price, who's coming later this year. Great jazz guitarist, but I bet you any money a lot of his stuff is structured.
Yeah.
The solos will be improvised, but the basic tunes, Yeah,
I suppose if you get the actual chord structures down and the jazz standards down, where how to play through the changes and stuff. It's just a little bit daunting playing. When you step into a different realm with different musicians.
Yeah,
it's always been rock and metal.
But that might lift you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It might take you to the next level, dude.
Yeah.
I booked a guy called Robert Mitchell. He's a keyboardist, piano player, and he's an amazing world-class keyboard player. And he contacted me and said he's got this, what is it called? His new project. And he sent me a video clip, and it's him on keys, a guitarist called Zayn Malik.
That name rings a bell. I've heard that name before.
He looks like an Indian version of you.
Oh, yeah.
He's not. That's PC. Got long hair and a drummer, and it was metal. It was metal. You got to check him out. It was amazing.
We'll check them out.
Yeah,
we'll check them out.
We'll do.
Yeah, honestly.
Right. Shall we start the Dream Band process, Danny?
Let's start it.
Let's start the Dream Band process. Let's start the Dream Band process.
Start the process. Right, first question, George.
Yes.
What are you going to be in this band? Because you do have to be in the band.
Oh, man. Oh, okay.
Everyone hates being in the Dream Band for some reason.
Yeah,
why is that? We can let you nominate a backup if you're not going to be a drummer, a backup drummer potentially, but you have to be in the band. So.
Okay. Well, I'm the drummer. The backup drummer will be a guy called Narada Michael Walden.
Okay, I don't think I've heard the name.
Right. Okay. He's actually better known for being the producer of Whitney Houston.
Oh wow!
And who else? Aretha Franklin.
Wow, okay.
And I think he produced some Stevie Wonder stuff. So he was a massive producer
Wow.
on the similar level to like Quincy Jones.
Yeah.
Right? But prior to that, he was a monster drummer. And it's pointless telling you how good he was. You'd need to hear him.
Well, we'll have a
But
listen.
it's frightening.
But you're in the band, so he's on backup in case you're not available. He's behind the curtain. He's backstage. He's waiting for you to get a bad back or something. I don't know.
Which I'll do on the first note.
So you're on drums.
Yeah.
What kit setup have you got? Have you got a kit that you've got at the moment that you love, or is there a dream kit that you've always fancied playing? Maybe another player's kit, or
It's actually a kit that I have, which I love, and I've never been able to, or rarely been able to play it live, because, as you guys know, particularly on gigs where there's a lot of bands, there's no chance of like having a really super duper kit, and without it, you got to deal with the house kit. So my kit is my Pearl reference kit, which is 3 rack toms, 10, 12, 13, 2 floor toms, 16 and 18, and a 22-inch bass drum. Nice. And there's a China, a 20-inch China, a stack,
I like a stack.
18-inch crash,
well.
and a 16-inch crash, and a dead hi-hat thing to my right, and the normal hi-hat thing to my left.
Oh, I like those.
I like the dead hi-hats as well.
I like them.
Yeah. It's just that.
Yeah, because sometimes those single cymbals, when they linger around, it just doesn't work for the part, does it?
No.
You want it out of the way.
Yeah. That's exactly it.
Yeah, especially with that staccato kind of syncopated stuff that you do. It works right, doesn't
You
it?
don't want it to ring too much, do you? So.
Are you a double kick player?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you prefer playing double kick, or do you play double kick for everything, or do you play on your right foot for...
The other band I've got is a band called Soul Deep, and we do like functions and weddings and all that type of stuff. We get tons of gigs with lots of money for it, and it's like Stevie Wonder stuff, James Brown stuff, a lot of cheesy stuff. And for that, I use a scale down kit, obviously.
Yeah.
And just one bass drum. Well, I always use just one bass drum, but just one bass drum pedal.
Okay.
And just like hold it down.
Yeah. Because that must make you play differently when, not having that double kick there.
Oh, yeah. There are times when I'll be playing like, I don't know, a Stevie Wonder song, and I'll do a roll round the kit to get to the end of the song. And my normal thing is to do a double bass drum to round it off. And I'm playing Fresh Air on my left foot. So, it's different.
Yeah. I was going to say, because I've been slowly learning a bit on the drums, and it's become surprising to me how many of the fills you end up using the kick for. Yeah. And I never really thought about it before.
No,
but it's really effective, isn't it? Like in between the toms and stuff. And once you don't do it, it sounds a bit like
empty.
Something missing.
Yeah. It just becomes the norm once you get used to it. It's a revelation once you start putting bass drum beats in along with your fills. Yeah.
I mean, it'd be second nature to you by now, that how much you play.
But I watch clips of myself and I think, bloody hell.
It's fine.
Yeah. I get to a point, I don't realise what I'm actually doing sometimes,
Yeah.
And with the Kaliugah stuff, because we're constantly exploring, when we stop talking and get around to playing something, I'm trying to work out just weird stuff that we can do, because
it's very interesting. Do you know what I mean? I loved it when I heard it. I was like... I was next to you and I was like, this is amazing. This is right up my street, this is.
Well, the thing is, when Dave was in the band, the guitarist, I had all these drum patterns in, and he was like, oh, man. And he's like you. He's a very clean, great guitar player. And he sort of latched onto it. And then when he sort of recommended Dave, the bass player, this unreliable bass player... It's been there for a quarter of a century. Dave came in and Dave was playing pretty normal bass. I was like, okay, no, cool. And we've got a video where we're playing at the Old Angel in Nottingham. And if you watch Dave playing bass, Dave is just playing normal bass.
What?
Yeah,
Oh, it's involved a lot then.
Yeah, well, no, it was a weird dynamic. They were friends from years, right?
Yeah.
I got to be careful what I say here. David Blunt was always sort of subservient to Dave the guitarist. And so when they came into the band, it was like Dave the guitarist bringing Dave into the band.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so Dave just went along. This is Dave, bass player, with what he was told to play. I don't know notes, so I was just playing drum patterns, and then Dave, guitarist, was saying, oh, yeah, play this, this, and this. It went along. And then Dave, guitarist, was getting married and then left the band. I was like, okay, fair enough. This is after about 6 years. And then Dave Blunt came into the first rehearsal. I was like, George, I've got these ideas. Okay. What?
No, why was he doing that?
It's been let off the lead.
Yeah. And I was like, what?
It's been unleashed.
Yeah. So, and then it just went off, and all the things that I really wanted to do, I could then do.
You could do, yeah.
Yeah, because it's all very percussive, So, yeah. So he always had it there, but he just didn't feel confident enough to just...
that's amazing though, isn't it? Just like...
Yeah.
I bet you were so shocked when you get
I was. And it was, and we used to rehearse at Magnet in Nottingham?
Magnet Studios,
yeah.
I think that's still going, isn't it?
I think
Magnet.
Did we used to practice before you?
It was probably before me in that band.
Yeah,
I don't think I ever
you.
practiced there.
I think I practiced there before.
You go down some steps?
Yeah, down some stairs.
Yeah.
Who was the guy that ran it back in the olden days?
Rob.
Oh, I can't. It's been so. My memory's awful. So
yeah, it was Rob that ran it, and he used to do a PA hire thing as well.
He used to do that, yeah.
And all the gear was above the rehearsal rooms, so we were there for years.
My memory is awful, but I'm sure we used to practice because I used to have to drive everyone into city centre.
Yeah,
in my first car, I had a red Ford Escort, an F-Reg. I had the whole band in, all our gear, and it had struggled to go up hills or around corners.
When it was fully laden.
I've been there, man. That's a similar sort of thing.
Awful, but yeah, we used to practice. I'm sure it was back there, and then we used to practice there, and then on the way back and all that. But yeah. Because I was down some stairs as well, so... Bloody hell, memory.
Convenient then to load in.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah, it was the worst place really for a rehearsal space because it got to the point there was no parking.
Yeah,
and there was this muscle-bound gym thing next door, so all these meatheads would come and park there. And I'm thinking, I'm not going to tell them to move.
I'm not saying anything to you. I know the place where you're on about.
Yeah. Bloody hell, good times.
We have got a couple of rules.
Right.
Time for the rules, baby.
So, rule number 1 is you can't have any current or past band members in this dream band.
Right, okay.
So you can't have been in a band with anyone before.
Yeah.
And you can't choose more than one member from the same band, so you can't pick all of...
Meshuggah.
For example. For example. You can't just have a band of Meshuggah with you.
Drink up and go there.
Don't forget to have a biscuit.
Oh, yeah. You've just reminded me about the biscuits, Danny.
Yeah, do you want to pause for a biscuit break?
Don't need pause. We can eat some pop.
Okay.
Cheers, man. Yeah.
Are you... Get up.
Your first dream member. We're going to choose your dream rhythm guitarist or your first guitar player.
First guitar player, rhythm guitarist. Okay. That's going to be a guy called Eddie Hazel.
I don't think I've heard of him before. Maybe I have.
Eddie Hazel was the guitarist with a band called Funkadelic.
I've heard of Funkadelic.
I've heard of Funkadelic, yeah.
And he was a monster, in my opinion, guitar player with great feel. He died quite young, died about 20-odd years ago, in his 40s, I think, or something.
Yeah, way too young.
But yeah, he would be my rhythm guitarist.
So what piece of work would you recommend for us to listen to and the listeners to listen to for something that stands out to you?
2 tracks, I would suggest. They're both off an album called Maggot Brain. Right?
Maggot Brain?
Maggot Brain.
Wow, okay.
Right? And I'll give you a very brief story behind the title of that. Funkadelic were just a crazy, crazy-ass band. And they were led by a guy called George Clinton. And George Clinton's brother had died and no one could find him. And when they found him, I know this sounds a bit horrible.
Oh no, I can
you can
imagine
see where
what's
this
coming.
going. Yeah.
Oh.
And then when they found him, that's the state that he was in.
Oh no.
Right? And so Clinton, this is the early 70s, so you know they were doing a lot of substances.
Yeah.
So he decided to call the album Maggot Brain, and the title track is called Maggot Brain. And it effectively is like a 10-minute solo by Eddie Hazel.
Oh, wow.
With some stuff going on behind. And what he said to Eddie Hazel was, Eddie Hazel, I think, was about 19 or 20 at the time. And when he said, look, this is the name of the track, and he said, what I want you to do, I want you to imagine, because Eddie Hazel was brought up by just his mother. And he said to him, I want you to imagine you've just heard that your mum has died. So he played the solo as though he was crying. So
oh my God.
That's Maggot Brain.
Yeah. That's intense. Isn't it? Oh my God.
Yeah. And then the other track, which is the polar opposite, because it's full on, you think you're listening to Black Sabbath, is a track called Super Stupid. And his guitar playing on there is just monstrous. Absolutely. His riffing and the solo is just unreal. And then the band behind him, the bass playing and the drumming is just full on. So 2 tracks, Maggot Brain and Super Stupid. Check them out.
Yep, we will do.
Imagine naming an album Maggot Brain after a horrific incident and being reminded about it forever. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. And if you look up the album cover, it's just...
Oh, I can imagine. Is it graphic?
It's
or is it psychedelic?
It's psychedelic.
Psychedelic,
it's weird.
Yeah.
It's probably like some sort of process that you had to go through.
Yeah, but every play Maggot Brain, you have a flashback, wouldn't you, every time? if I found you with like a snake coming out your eyeball or something, and I call an album Snake Eye,
I'd expect you to do that.
I would do. You would have to. You would have to expect me to.
I wouldn't need to prompt you to do it. You do it in my honour.
What have I started?
Truly horrifying.
George, these are the conversations that we have daily.
Is it just like a conversation I have with Dave?
You do when you're in band. You do have these.
You do, don't you?
When you're all close as well, you can have these kind of conversations. And then we just decided to record them. So,
Yeah. Well, this was your idea with this podcast too. It's just.
Well, you have all these conversations in like band practice and in pubs when you've had a few drinks.
Yeah.
You have like that dream band thing, and then like fantasy football is such a big thing, isn't it? Where people pick their dream football lineup, and it's like, for me, a band would be the most important
because
thing.
at the last rehearsal, me and Dave was talking about Gary Lineker's podcast. And the thing that he used to do after Match of the Day, where he talks about the top 10 goals and the dream team and Premier League team and all the rest of it. Exactly the same thing.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So you've ripped off Gary Lineker? I didn't know about this.
It's just the concept of like a fantasy.
I'm not a football fan, so I had no idea of this.
Like a fantasy football. It's like in our realm, isn't it? I suppose. Ours is better. Ours is better. They are not sponsored by Walker's Crisps yet. One day I will be the face of Walker's Crisps. And the belly of Walker's Crisps as well. I do get through a few of them.
You are a fan of the crisp, aren't you?
With extra salt, yeah.
Next member, this is Dan's favourite.
Dream bass player.
The dream bass player.
Who are you picking?
Dream bass. Well, this one was so difficult, and then I decided, you know what? No, it isn't. It's easy, because there's all the classic bass players, but the guy I'm going to choose is a guy called Doug Rauch.
Okay. I've heard the name, but I can't remember. I don't know what he's played in.
He's another one that passed away quite a while ago. I think it was about 27, 28. And this was in the late 70s that he died. Right. He didn't... Who did he play with? Predominantly Santana.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And he toured with David Bowie in the mid-1970s. And when I heard... I didn't know that at the time, but I only found this out about, 4 or 5 years ago. And I thought, Doug Rauch with David Bowie, but he's that good a bass player. But his bass playing was absolutely phenomenal, and he's another guy that's just gone under the radar that not enough people know about. And he did this thing, this is in the early 70s, where he'd do double up and down strokes on his bass strings, but he was just ridiculously fast.
Double thumbing.
Yeah. And and his best work, can we get to that part now?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, go for it.
Is, in my opinion, is playing on an album. There's one of my favourite drummers is a guy called Lenny White, and Lenny White did a lot of stuff with Stanley Clarke. And Lenny White plays drums with Chick Corea's Return to Forever. He's just a phenomenal drummer. And he put out his own album in 1975 called Venusian Summer. And Doug Rauch is the bass player on it. And he is frightening on it. It's just phenomenal. And I just think, how is he doing that kind of stuff at that time, you know?
And that age as well.
At that age.
Still young, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Because in 1974-75, he was born in 1950, I think. He would have been about 24, 25 years old.
Yeah, like me.
Is that a lot of the double thumbing stuff and slapping and things?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to stick it on the car on the way back.
That's kind of... Because, like, you know, if you look at musicians now, it seems like musicians are getting younger and more technically gifted because of the resources they've got around them and the technology and stuff. But back then, like, it's quite... It's groundbreaking, isn't it?
It's a different world, wasn't it, really?
Well, you know, my thinking on that is that the 60s and just so many things became more liberated. You know, the Beatles, and they're quoted as like breaking down a lot of barriers. And there was this melding of like rock and jazz and pop and stuff. And for me, that's my favourite era of music. I think people just had no boundaries. And, you know, they'd come up predominantly listening to jazz maybe, but then like seeing Jimi Hendrix and think, okay, that's inspired me. I'll just push the boundaries. I'll just go out there and just do stuff. So if you see a picture of Doug Rauch, he looks like Jimi Hendrix. He's just this very light-skinned black guy with a massive afro. But I agree with you. How he managed to develop that technique at that time just blows my mind. It's just amazing. And to play with the people that he was playing with and make it look so... There's a classic clip of Santana playing in Japan. There's an album that Santana did called the Lotus album, and he's on it, and it's recorded on film. And he actually looks as though he's bored. But he's playing like ridiculous stuff. Yeah. And I just think, unbelievable player.
I need to. I'll go down that rabbit hole later.
That's it. I need to rewind a second. Did you say that have you seen Hendrix then?
No. Man.
I had to check that because I was thinking,
no.
You've seen Hendrix?
I've seen a lot of great guitar players. Saw Helen Ellsworth 3 times.
Whoa.
Yeah. The last time I saw him was at Robin 2 in Wolverhampton, right? And there was John Hallam, who I mentioned.
Yeah.
Another friend of ours called Wig, and me. 3 people in the audience.
What?
No word of a lie.
Wow, bloody hell.
Oh,
yeah.
my God.
It was ridiculous. And Alan Ellsworth, oh man, it'll come to me.
Yeah, it'll come to you tonight when you wake up in bed.
And the bass player, I can't remember his name right now either.
3 people.
Yeah.
Though. Oh, mate, when you listen to him, I don't know if you've listened to him yet, but
I don't think I have. No, that'll be a joy.
Oh, I'm looking forward to checking these out, George.
Yeah.
We listen back to every choice, you know, and then we sit here and evaluate them, don't we, Danny?
Yeah.
It's one of our best jobs of this podcast. We listen to every choice and we're like, we're there going, we know why they've picked them now.
And it gets our imagination going. So we're like, oh, how's that rhythm section work with that and that? And sometimes you get some where you're like, I don't know how that's going to work. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know how that's going to work, but they're all I'm kind of excited about it.
Because they're all amazing musicians.
Yeah, because on that Venusian Summer album, Larry Coryell, have you heard of him, the guitarist?
No.
He's
Larry
passed
Coryell.
away. Coryell, yeah.
Coryell.
And Al Di Meola, You heard of him?
Of course, yeah.
He's on that album as well. And yeah, there's some killer stuff on it. Yeah, but yeah, check it out.
Yeah, 100%. Right, next member.
You've already mentioned him.
Yeah, you've already mentioned him, but
We'll go into more detail.
your dream lead guitarist.
Lead guitarist. To be honest, I didn't want to pick the obvious, because for me it would have been Hendrix, because I just thought, even though technically he was suspect at times, just his creativity was just something, and he just seemed to be at one with the guitar. It's just like, where is this sound emanating from? However, he's not my dream guitarist. So for this, my dream guitarist is Alan Allsworth.
That's an incredible choice.
I first saw him in 1980 at Wilmorton College in Derby, and I didn't know he was going to be playing. I went to see, what was the name of the band? I can't remember what the name of the band was, and he was there on guitar. I thought, bloody hell, it's Alan Allsworth. And he was just absolutely phenomenal. Second time I saw him was at a pub in Nottingham, and I can't remember the name of the pub. It's opposite the Contemporary. So there used to be a pub on the sort of corner. I don't know what it is now. This is about 1987 or something. There's a pub there's a tram goes along that main road. In fact, the pub is just around the corner from Billy Bootleggers.
Ah, okay.
It's opposite, there's a big car park and there's a pub. Well, it's still a pub, I think, I'm not sure. Anyway, opposite the car park, there's a pub there, and Alan Allsworth band was playing there with a keyboard player, the drummer that I know well, I actually know him and I can't remember his flipping name, and the bass player. So that was the second time, and then the last time was at Robin 2 in Wolverhampton, where there was just three of us. And we ended up buying them drinks, and they ended up buying us drinks. And then they went up and played, and we just applauded. And they came off, we had a chat, and then we drove home. Yeah.
That's mad.
I know. Alan Allsworth, man.
I think for a lot of people listening to Alan's music, I think it takes a certain person to be able to absorb it.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Because it is it's futuristic at the end of the day, isn't it? And I mean, I read that you'll know this already, George, but he created his own music theory to be able to he didn't believe that notation made sense, so he created his own code.
Yeah.
Yeah, mad.
Yeah. When we met him at the Robin 2, and we were chatting away, and I didn't want to ask I'm not a guitarist, so I didn't want to ask him any guitar questions, but forgot what we're talking about now. And he was such a sweet guy and so humble. Yeah, he was just a lovely, lovely, lovely guy, and a phenomenal player. And just the lines that he would play was just like, what?
Yeah, it's mad.
I know.
I saw some interviews where people were saying how super critical he was of his own playing as well. He'd come off and he was like, I didn't play that bit right, and he was a little bit hard on himself.
Well, I saw something recently where Steve Vai was talking about him, and Steve Vai approached him, same sort of thing.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh man, you're amazing." And it's like, "No, I'm not." Blah 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 blah. And it wasn't false modesty. It was like, I suppose that's what made him so good.
Yeah,
being constantly critical of his own playing.
He's just competing with his own ambition, isn't it? His own goals. Yeah, that's it.
Expects more of himself.
I can't wait for you to listen to it.
I need to listen.
I wonder what's the big album? That's a super big album, wasn't it? Sand is the one I'm thinking of. Oh, well,
we'll try again. We'll try again another time.
That's the album which one was it, George, that you said?
Hard Hat area. And the stuff he did with Tony Williams. Tony Williams is possibly my absolute favourite drummer. But I didn't want to choose him because it's dead obvious.
Yeah.
And Tony Williams played with Miles Davis and then put his own band together called Lifetime and played with John McLaughlin and all sorts. He's phenomenal. Yeah. And his band, Tony Williams' Lifetime, he had Alan Allsworth playing with him for about a year. and it's just ridiculous stuff.
It's that type of stuff that you listen to, you think,
I'll give up. Next up.
I don't know, have you got any other members other than the vocalist? Have you got a vocalist? Or are you an instrumental band?
Oh, that's a great point.
Yeah.
I listen to loads of instrumental music, and when I do my choices, I'm thinking about not putting a vocalist in.
You know what? This is going to be purely instrumental.
Nice one. Have you got any other instruments in there that you want to put in, or are you happy with?
I tell you what, I'd like to have a keyboard player.
Okay.
in.
We'll allow it. So next up will be your dream keyboardist.
Right, my dream keyboard. Most of these guys are dead.
We can resurrect. It's okay.
This is brilliant.
We can resurrect in their prime as well, not as a 80-year-old.
Oh, actually, we've got a problem because they can't be from the same band.
No, they can't.
Right, okay. In that case, then, I was going to have a guy called Bernie Worrell, who was also in Funkadelic, but we've had Eddie Hazel from Funkadelic.
It's a rule break.
So, I'm going to choose Chick Corea.
Okay.
You guys heard of Chick Corea?
Yes.
I haven't, no. What were they in?
Chick Corea is... He was in his own projects.
Okay.
And he played with Miles Davis as well. And he was the guy that largely responsible for helping Stanley Clarke become a monster player. So Stanley Clarke's first main band was called Return to Forever.
Yeah.
Which is Chick Corea's band.
Okay.
And that stuff, if you check out Chick Corea's No Mystery album and Where Have I Known You Before album, it's just mad. Al Di Meola's on guitar.
Yeah.
Lenny White's on drums. Stanley Clarke's on bass and Chick Corea's on keyboards. And it's just ridiculous.
That's a dream band.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
There are dream bands out there already, aren't there?
Yeah. So I'd have him on keys, yeah.
Oh, amazing. Are you sure you're not having a vocalist?
I don't think you need it.
You wouldn't need one. You wouldn't need one. You wouldn't need
that much melody and groove.
Do you think everyone's going to blend? Anyone not going to blend in this band?
I mean, we'll judge it, aren't we, in post?
We'll judge it in post, yeah, once we listen to them all.
Yeah, I think that would...
I think... is it a spanner in the work?
And the spanner is Chick Corea in all his projects. Because the other guitarist he had later on in his electric band was... Is it Frank Gambale?
Oh, yeah, another killer player.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
And another one who was in his band was Scott Henderson.
Yeah, one of my favourites as well.
Right.
Yeah, what was his band, Scott Henderson's band?
The recent trio he had was... Another one of my favourite drummers was Dennis Chambers on drums, Scott Henderson, Dennis Chambers and Jeff Berlin on bass.
It might be that project.
It might be. But then he had his own band called... And they were tasty.
Tasty?
Yeah. Well, I've met him, and what I was going to say is that he's a nice guy. We had a chat, and I was talking about his time with Chick Corea. And he went, yeah, Chick's great. But
there we go.
Yeah, Chick was total anti-drugs. If I'm honest, anti-drugs. I don't do drugs. And if someone else wants to do it in the projects that I'm in, I don't mind, but I don't.
Yeah.
But what Scott Henderson said was he was super anti-drugs. So going back to the band selection, the super group, Eddie Hazel was a stoner. He was a proper... He was... everything I've read about that guy was completely out of it. So I don't know how that would work with having Chick Corea, who's totally anti-drug. So that might be a spanner in the works. But apart from that, it'd be great.
It's because he had to play that solo on Manic Brain. He needed some sort of relief.
You might have to play diplomacy between them then, at least. You might have to manage them a little bit.
Cover it up. Where's Eddie?
Keep them far away so they can't see the smoke.
Well, Scott Henderson said that. He said when he went back to his hotel room, he'd do a bit of stuff, but he'd never let Chick Corea know while he was in the band. You know, because it was because Chick Corea was a big star in the jazz fusion world, and it was a high-paying gig. And Scott Henderson didn't want to lose that gig.
Yeah, fair play. Tribal Tech. That's what the band I'm thinking of.
That was it.
Yeah.
That's them.
Yeah, they're a great band. Have you listened to them, Dan?
No.
Yeah, the bass player, you will...
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Gary Willis.
Yes.
Oh, Gary Willis.
Gary Willis plays in it.
Gary Willis before, yeah.
Great player. Yeah.
He's got a signature... Oh, what bass is that? It's got a signature bass as well. It's quite nice.
You know all the signature basses, don't you?
John Hallam, who we've mentioned before. Do you know John well?
Not well, no, unfortunately not. I know who he is, but I've never really...
You need to hook up with him, man, and I'll tell you why. John's brilliant for, like, buying the most amazing basses.
Is he?
Yeah.
But then not really playing them and selling them, like, a lot cheaper than he bought them for. So Dave from Kaliugah, he's bought most of it. He just waits for John to buy them.
Or did he get that Warwick from him, then? Because he plays that really nice...
Yeah.
Is it a 5 or a 6 string he's got? I can't...
5 string... what is it? Is it a streamer?
It's a really nice Warwick.
Yeah.
Is it a streamer? Yeah. I've got a thumb, Warwick thumb.
He's got one of them
Has
as well.
Has he got a thumb as well? Yeah.
From John Hallam.
I would get along with John Hallam if he likes Warwicks, then... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure Gary Willis has got a signature bass. It might be... I don't know if it's a nice Ibanez or not. I've definitely looked at it a few times. It's the GWB.
Well, John's probably had it.
John,
just mention it in conversation to John.
Yeah, let's get him on the pod. I could just talk bases for a couple of hours.
Yeah, absolutely.
Honestly, he's a lovely, sweetest guy, and he's a
really good player as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll get him on one day. Right, time to summarise, Danny. Your dream band choices. Oh, yeah.
Yep, let's summarise. Right, so we'll go through one by one and you just shout the name out, basically.
Yeah.
So your dream drummer is...
George Grignon.
You love it. We love it when guests have to say their own name. They always hate saying it. Your dream rhythm guitarist is...
Eddie Hazel.
Your dream lead guitarist is...
Alan Holsworth.
Your dream bass player is...
Doug Rauch.
And your dream keyboard player...
Chick Corea.
And we're an instrumental band, so no vocals.
Absolutely.
No drama.
Yeah.
I'd probably say 90% of the music I listen to is instrumental. I listen to a lot of post-rock. That kind of genre, so none of it's got vocals, really.
Yeah, I suppose you spend all your day listening to people's voices, don't you? And it's a nice, like, well, I'm just going to listen to something that it's not.
It takes
human.
me somewhere. I think it takes you somewhere else without that vocal being there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's the only time it's like I got a phone call and we're doing a wedding. We got 3 booked, and the first one's May something or other. And so I said, it's in Norwich. So she said, how much is it going to be? And I said, well, it depends if you want to choose some tunes or we just play can I choose the tunes? And yeah, it's going to cost you though. Oh yeah, I want to have this and all that. I thought, bloody Norwich. So she sends me all this list. And so then we've got to listen to them and learn them.
Yeah.
So then I've got to listen to all this
shit.
And, and I tried to, get rid of the vocals, but obviously you can't. So, that's the only time. The rest of the stuff is, unless I'm listening to Meshuggah and...
Yeah,
he doesn't really sing though, does he?
It's more of a noise, isn't it?
Well, I mean, you said to me, because I never used to like aggressive vocal, but you described it to me as being, just accept it as like an effect. It's an instrument in itself.
Yeah.
And once I got that mindset, it was like, it's like I'm not listening to a singer anymore.
Yeah.
That's the best way. I listen to a lot of heavy stuff that has got some vocals, but it's so like you can't really decipher what they're saying, but it still works. You know what I mean? As a entity in the music.
Yeah.
I mean, we went to go and see Mogwai, didn't we, this week? Which
one of my favourite bands. I know I dragged you along, I suppose.
Yeah, I enjoyed it though. Have you? I don't know if you've heard of Mogwai.
I've heard of them, and I'm pretty certain I've heard some of their stuff. I'm not familiar with their stuff.
Well, I wasn't that familiar either, to be honest. But I enjoyed it. It was really good. Very loud though. It was unbelievable.
Was this at Rock City?
Rock City, yeah.
Oh wow!
They've got a new sound system now, so the sound's a lot better than it used to be. A lot clearer.
It's more consistent, I think, as well. Yeah. But some guitar effects. It was loud already, but then there'd be some guitar effects, and it'd take it another 20 decibels. You could feel it. You could feel it in your throat, couldn't you?
The drums were so far back in the mix, though, weren't they? It was very very like guitar dense.
I quite liked it though. It was quite a dead-sounding kit as well.
Was this in the main room or the...
Main room.
Right.
Yeah.
Main room, yeah.
I got to be honest, the loudest gig I've ever witnessed, and my ears are knackered, was at Rock City.
Yeah.
And it was Machine Head, who I'd seen about 3 or 4 times before that. But on that particular night, it was just ridiculous. You know, I genuinely came out and I couldn't hear anything.
God.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's way too loud, isn't it? I remember seeing Chimera.
Chimera. There's a blast from the past.
It was... I think it was Hammerfest, and they had this like seated stall. So you sat away back, because I don't think I was playing. I think a band that Heather was managing, Spiritus, were playing. So Ben, who plays in Parallax Method, the bass player, he used to play in a band called Spiritus.
Yeah.
A bit like
New metal
kind of stuff. But Chimera started, and I always wear earplugs. And it was that loud that it was like pinning me to the chair. And I was like, it was painful. It was so painful. And we had the same experience at down there when we were watching Faith No More.
Right. Really?
It was so loud.
Strapping Young Lad at Download. I don't know if you were there, Daddy, but I was near the front for Strapping Young Lad, and the bass drum... It felt like it was stopping and restarting my heart every time it hit the...
I supported in a band that supported Strapping Young Lad.
Oh, really?
Oh, did you?
Devin Townsend.
Yeah, Devin Townsend,
This is in Derby at the... do you know guys familiar with the Victoria?
Yeah, Vic Inn.
Vic Inn.
Yeah, Vic Inn.
Yeah.
I played my first ever gig there when I was 15, 16.
At the Vic?
At the Vic.
Oh,
what was his name on drums? Oh, man. Great drummer. He played in Death.
Was it the guy who put weights on his feet?
Yes.
Yeah, he played with Fear Factory as well, didn't he? I think
he did, briefly.
Yeah.
There's a band that I don't like.
Fear Factory.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, we're all with you on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, bloody hell. I didn't realise he played Vic Inn.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to talk to Devin at all, or...?
Devin was... You know what? He had hair then, right? But he was balding.
Oh, yeah, the skullet
kind of thing.
The skullet. But they were in dreads, like these matted dreads. And he used to do this thing where snot would come from his nose and it would end up in his dreadlocks. So... And he just seemed a bit leery, and I'm always a bit wary of going up to people. I felt comfortable going up to Alan Olsworth because he just seemed a really easy guy to approach.
He hasn't got snot in his dreads.
Devin, I was like, shall I approach him? And we'd be this close, and I thought, you know what? No, I'm going to leave it, because he comes across as, well, he did then as a bit of a nutter on stage.
Yeah.
Right?
He was.
I didn't bother. But then I later found out he's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
I think it's an act, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
But I suppose when he's got the skullet and he's got some snot in his
dreads and everything,
it's going to put you off a little bit. Isn't it?
He's bipolar.
Oh, is he?
He's bipolar, so it might have been like pre-medication,
right?
You know, but yeah, I'd feel a bit. I like good hygiene. You know,
you notice the snot.
I would be wary.
You know, it's off-putting if you're talking to a guy and there's a bit of snot just like staring at you. You know what I mean?
That's why I shave my head. Not because I'm balding, just I don't want the snot to go anywhere.
Was it something that was occurring regularly?
Obviously. Yeah.
Gene Hoglan.
That's the drummer.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Download. I could feel the bass drum. That was the loudest drums I've ever felt. That was.
And he's a killing bass drummer as well. I mean, he's
super tight.
Yeah.
Super tight.
Yeah.
Sorry to talk about drummers. You probably like this. Talking about drummers. I think his name's Chris Penny.
He was the drummer with Dillinger Escape Plan.
Yeah. Well, I know him because he played with Coheed in Cambria.
Yes, he did.
For a spell. But he could do that. There's not many drummers that can do it, apparently. The time signatures with each limb.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that? Like, he did like a demonstration where he played something with one and then the other limb, and you're thinking, yeah, sounds okay. And then you bring in the other one, and then the other one. It was like, oh my word. Yeah. And it was like, until he put it all together.
Yeah.
He's an incredible drummer.
Yeah.
There's he always reminds me of Arnold Schwarzenegger. This Austrian drummer who's just ridiculous. I'm not super keen on him because I don't think he's particularly melodic, but the stuff that he can do. Come on, what's his...
Benny Greb.
Benny Greb. He's
a good player, isn't he?
He's a good player. And there's Marco Minimum's German. And he's a good player.
Good. Yeah.
But this guy, oh, come on.
Thomas Lang. Is he...
That's him.
Is that him? I thought he was American. And
he's Austrian.
Ah, okay.
And he did a drum clinic in Derby, and me and my mate went, and he sounds like Arnold. You know, and it's that mixture of American and Austrian accent. And there was this big build-up, and he's a well-built guy. He clearly works out. And he came out, he's like, it's a superstar. And he came out, I thought, bloody no. And he came out, went behind the kit, and he was phenomenal. He did this amazing solo. And then he played these, like, cheesy versions of Meshuggah tracks. They were his own tracks.
Yeah.
But they were very, like, Meshuggah-ish. So he'd do like the Thomas Hart part. Yeah. But it was like if Meshuggah went like cheesy and did like dinner metal, this would be the stuff. And he did it. And then there was a question and answer thing. So all these people like, oh, Thomas, you're so amazing and blah, 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 blah. And then I put my hand up and he said, yeah, you. And I said,
oh, we need some more of that.
And I said, Thomas, your drum solo was absolutely frightening, and the independence that you've got is absolutely brilliant. I can't understand why you're not playing with some monster jazz fusion musicians. And he went off on one. And he went, are you a working drummer? He asked me if I was a drummer, and I went, yeah, I'm not in your league, but I'm a drummer. He said, are you a working drummer? And I said, well, no, I don't do it for a living. And he said, well, if you're a working drummer, you take the work where you can. And I said, yeah, I get that, but why are you not playing with this guy and that guy and that guy? It turns out he played drums for the Spice Girls, swear to God, and who was the other one? Someone super cheesy. And I'm thinking with you...
a bit of a waste, isn't it?
Yeah. If you can do... He's the one he's got like 4 pedals. So he's doing 2...
4 legs.
Yeah.
He was a built guy.
So he's alternating. He's got like there. So he's got a bass drum pedal and then something else. And then so he's got like a hi-hat and like a cowbell going on these 2, and then a bass drum and something else going on these 2, and doing all these alternate things, totally independent.
Mad.
And creates the most incredible groove. But he doesn't play with anyone that's really, really good, which I don't understand. But,
well done for calling them out. Are you banned from any more
Thomas Lang clinics?
Thomas Lang clinics.
At the end of it, the guys that put it on are the guys that run Rattle and Drum, the drum shop.
Yeah.
Mark and I can't remember the other one's name. And they went, George, sound. And I went, really? And I went, yeah. We reckon he's just a circus drummer. He just does this stuff, which is what he appears to do. He does a lot of stuff on YouTube, but then you never see him playing with any musicians, proper musicians.
Yeah. Sounds like it's quite hard to work with, to be honest. With how defensive he was when you asked him a simple question.
Yeah, he had all these kids, all these like 10-year-olds, like, starting out drumming. Oh, that was amazing. Can you do? And he's like, well, the moment I said to him, I did say to him, that was amazing what you did, your solo.
Yeah.
But, and what he did say was his dream gig was playing with Frank Zappa. And that's the reason why I went to America. But then Frank Zappa died before he had a chance to sort of approach him about a gig.
It probably struck a nerve in a way that he does want to play that stuff. Maybe that kind of makes sense.
Maybe he's afraid that whoever he plays for next will die before he can play with him. Maybe he feels like he's got like a curse, the touch of death about him. I went to play with Frank Zappa. Zappa died. He doesn't want to kill any of the bands, basically. We'll get him on the podcast and ask him. We'll ask him your question again and see what he says to that. We've got a question here from George.
We'll dial you in so you can ask him the same question.
We'll invite you on the call. You can just pop up and ask him. Me again.
I do want to talk about two drummers before. So I'm
Do we need like a separate sample for this section? Then?
Drum chat.
Yeah. Drum chat.
But one of our favourite bands is Carnival.
Right.
I don't know if you've heard of them, George, but they're an Australian band.
Yeah.
And they've just brought out a new album. Their drummer is very special.
Right.
And I think if you listen to any of his work, I think you'll really appreciate it. And then there's another guy as well. I think his name's Blake Richardson, and he plays for Between the Buried and Me. Have you heard his drumming as well? He's very, what genre would you say? Progressive metal?
Yeah, prog metal, isn't it?
Yeah, he's another drummer that...
Right. Carnival, right?
With a K.
Dave Blunt is constantly going on about them, and he's seen them twice in Nottingham.
Yeah,
right at Rock City. I think they supported somebody.
Well, we went to one. Well, we went to the headlining one, didn't we?
I think Tesseract were playing with them. If I'm right, he's another good drummer. Jay Postones, is that his name?
Yeah, something like that.
Technical
we saw that was a while ago. We saw them at the Old Angel. In Nottingham.
The old Angel.
The Old Angel. That's how long ago it was.
God. Crikey me.
Yeah. So with Carnival, I've heard bits of their stuff, but I've not really got into listening to them, so I need to check them out. Beneath the Buried and Me, I think... How long have they been going? Because I'm certain...
Long time.
Yeah, long time. And their big album was Colours. There's Alaska as well. They're two of the big albums.
Alaska was the first one, wasn't it?
Was that the first album?
Probably 20 years now, so...
Right, okay. Because I don't know if you guys remember a venue in Nottingham called Junction 7.
Yep, we played there many times.
Right. I'm certain they played there, and I saw them there at Junction 7.
Oh, wow.
This was years ago.
Yeah. I mean, that name sticks. It sticks.
Yeah.
It's a cool band name.
They had a lot of good bands there at Junction 7 back in the day. So it probably did.
And I remember a couple of the drummers. I'm sure it was this guy. If it wasn't him, it was the drummer before him.
Yeah.
Being amazing.
Memories unlocked. It's knocked down now, isn't it? So,
yeah. Or is it flats or something?
Yeah, it looks like a weird car park thing, doesn't it? It's like a strange design now, but what a shame.
Kaliugah's last gig with the guitarist was there.
Was it? Bloody hell.
And it was recorded, and then I found the recording the other day. Well, I say recorded, it's on a DVD, on a CD. I thought, oh, wow, put it in, and it sounded so distorted. I don't know. I don't know if that can happen to CDs. So, yeah. But, Junction 7. Yeah.
There's not that many venues around now, is there? I mean, thankfully, Rock City is still going. Rescue Rooms, I think I really rate Rescue Rooms.
The Palais as well. That's got gigs on now.
Right.
Yeah, it's reopened, and Rock City have opened it. And we went to go and watch Death Heaven, and it's brilliant. It's got a dead cool vibe in there.
It's like a slightly smaller Rock City.
Oh, great.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Good sound as well. It was Oceana, wasn't it?
Oceana. But it was Palais first, wasn't it? It was
Palais.
like a rotating dance floor, my dad told me. Because he used to go when he was a young lad.
Yeah, I remember going to Soul and Funk All Dayers there.
All Dayers?
There used to be this thing on a Sunday. It's like, last Sunday of the month or whatever it was. And it'd be an all-dayer starting at 10 or whatever it was, 12 midday, going on until about 10 at night. And that was at the Palais here in Nottingham. And that was in the late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah, so they've reopened it with that name.
Brilliant.
Now. Yeah, and they're getting
it's really smart venue. It's lovely, isn't it? It's really good.
I think I prefer the vibe to it. I don't know if it's because it's just new to us, but
I think because it is slightly smaller, isn't it? That main stage. Yeah, it's slightly smaller on the rocks. I think it's just a little bit better shaped, maybe.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's more focused, and you got less side bits, I suppose.
Right. So what's it called now?
The Palais.
It's called the Palais. Yeah, they've gone honoured the old name, and
But yeah, I'll definitely go there again. But yeah, Billy's is all right as well as a little venue.
Yeah, well, I like that place.
You need some smaller venues, don't you?
Yeah, I tell you where we played at Kaliugah a couple of months before the Billy Bootleggers gig was Tap and Tumbler.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's been going years now as well, hasn't it?
They have bands on every Friday and Saturday, I think it is now.
Right.
And
I've never heard of it.
Do you not?
No.
Yeah. Well, I think that's where a lot of
I think it's always been there, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think historically a lot of the bands that tour and play Rock City, that's like one of the bars that they would end up going
after party.
to. Yeah, for after parties and stuff. But
Crazy.
Yeah, a lot of history in Nottingham, isn't there? I mean, Derby, that's had some good venues in the past, hasn't it? But
it has had some. Here's one. I was playing, the band I was in before I put Kaliugah together was a band called Point Blank. And in 1995, this is something else I was talking to this guy about the other day. In 1 year, we did 212 gigs.
212?
212 gigs, right? In 1 year. And all those gigs were in Derbyshire.
All of them?
All of them, right? And and we played. Yeah, we played at, I think it was something like 24 different venues in Derbyshire. And I was in a conversation, this guy was on about, places to play. And I said, Derby's become a crap hole for gigs. Because back then in 95, you had so many venues. And now, for like extreme stuff, you've got the Hairy Dog, the Vicar's reopened.
Yeah.
And where else is there? There's probably just about 3 places.
I think my first gig with when I joined your band.
Sitwell Tavern?
No, First Floor.
Sitwell.
What are you laughing for, George? What are you laughing for?
We used to play there loads in that.
Oh, man, that was a great place.
We used to have a residency there, didn't we? Sitwell Tavern.
Yeah, because we used to play rock and blues.
Mick Moonshine.
Yeah, Mick Moonshine, yeah. Everybody knows Mick Moonshine. Yeah, First Floor.
Yeah. Was that your first gig?
That was first gig, and it was above that lighting place.
Yes, which is still there.
The lighting place is there. But
Yeah.
It's First Floor gone now, though, I assume.
Yeah, very sticky floor. And then there was...
It was, yeah, actually.
I think my dad used to say it was either called Rock House.
The Rock House.
Or was it White the White House, or was it called the Rock House then?
No, the White House was underneath, which was an electrical store, and the Rock House was above.
Oh,
So So I played the Rock House 4 times. This is all with Point Blank. I was telling someone the other day about this and they didn't believe me. And we supported the band. And I'm going to be a bit graphic. Is that?
Go for it. It's fine.
We supported a band called Rock Bitch.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of this band?
No, I haven't.
Oh, my Lord. And we'd heard things, but I didn't know what to expect. So they said, what, are you doing your own stuff? He said, yeah. And they said, they didn't want that. Can you do stuff that gets people up? So we were doing some Rage Against the Machine stuff. So that's what we did. So we did that. And then I'm playing away, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me, all that stuff. And then I looked to my left and there's, I think, 5 naked women waiting to come on with one guy. And this Rock Bitch, they were all English, but they were in a commune in France. And there were basically lesbians and stuff, or bisexual women with this guy. And they would sing songs about sex and blah, blah, blah. And they had a song called The Golden Condom. So they came on to play. This is no word of a lie. You can check this out. And they'd throw this condom out. And whoever got the condom went back to the dressing room with these girls. It was just unreal. Honestly, unreal. So,
turn the clocks back. Let's go.
You're wondering if they're still going.
I'm going to start researching time travel now.
Yeah. So there was Rock House, Rock Island,
and they're all
upstairs. Rock House. Oh man, at Derby was the Garrick was another one on Ashbourne Road. Yeah, loads of great places to play. Sergeant Pepper's was another one.
I've heard of that one, but I don't think I played it. Where else did we play in Derby, Danny?
Well, we never played
Flower Pot.
Flower Pot's like...
Is that still going?
Well, it's either like blues bands or tribute bands, isn't it? Really. It just seems a bit clicky. Trying to like...
Well, it is. It really is. I gave up trying to do gigs or get gigs there because you're absolutely right. It is. Look, they've been going for donkey's years.
Yeah.
And I can't remember the name of the guy that books it. And he knows that tribute bands or blues band works for him.
Yeah.
So he just sticks with it. However, Kaliugah did play there.
Oh,
you got in.
You got in there.
Yeah, but that was because we knew the sound guy at that time, who was from Nottingham, a guy called Sid. It was 10 Bob Sid, then it was 10 Quid Sid, we used to call him. And he was a great sound guy. And he said, you guys need to... He saw us somewhere at the Vic, and he said, you need to play at the Flower Pot, and I can't get in. Well, I'll sort it. Next thing I know...
He sorted it.
He sorted it, so we're there. But yeah, they won't... But I did a kind of jazz fusion thing at the Quad in Derby, and they were super keen to have more bands on. Do you know the Quad?
No.
Right, Quad's dead, like, upmarket, trendy, cool place with a great room. And then Harry was one of the main guys involved in sort of talking to me about it. And Harry's, like, got long hair, tattoos, blah, 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 blah. And I said, Harry, what are you into? He said, metal. I said, okay. He said, I know you're into jazz. I said, I listen to everything, mate. And then we carried on talking. I said, I got a band called Kaliugah, play extreme stuff, da-da-da-da-da, similar to Meshuggah. His eyes went, what? He went, George, can you do anything here? I said, I'd love to. So he wants to put bands like ours on at this place called
wicked.
Quad.
Amazing.
So if you Google Quad, you can have a look at the place. It's lovely. It's lovely. So I'll keep you posted.
Yes, please do.
Yeah.
And let us know when you're playing as well. We'll come down.
Yeah.
Trying to get gigs with a instrumental prog band is...
Tell me about it.
It's difficult. It's difficult, isn't it? But the thing is, like, what... I mean, it's going to sound like I'm blowing my own trumpet here, but... When we played...
Yeah.
I think sometimes people expect that it's not going to be their thing, but then they end up going, actually, I quite enjoyed that. It was quite... Yeah. It's not what I expected, but it was a bit different.
We get that. I mean, when we played at Tap and Tumbler a few months ago, and we turned up, 6'2" black guy, 5 foot whatever white guy. You know, it's like, how's this going to pan out? You know?
Where's the guitar?
Yeah. You know, expect me to start singing bloody Marvin Gaye songs or something. You know, and then, you know, we kick up. It's like, and I can, you know, I'm behind the kit, so I see everything. I'm the furthest one back. And I see this look, and obviously we started with this, like, you know, dun, 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 and then it goes into, like, really warp mode sort of thing.
Yeah.
And you just think, you know, and I could see these faces like, what the... And so at the end of it, guys will come up, it's like...
astounded. Like, what have I just heard?
Yeah. You know, where are you guys playing next? We do 2 gigs a year, and you've just seen the last one.
See you next year.
See you next year, literally, you know. Because like you say, you know, it's just dead hard, you know, when you say to people, what do you do? Or it's instrumental, like progressive metal. Okay, well, I'll get back to you.
Yeah. Do you have the... it's instrumental prog band. So, who sings?
Instrumental.
I know.
It is the project that I enjoy playing the most, though. Because
It's likewise.
like you just lose yourself in it, and it's like you really push yourself as a musician, and you push each other.
Yeah,
you push each other as
absolutely.
musicians.
You know, this is 26 years me and Dave have been doing this. You know, he's a wealthy. He does mental health therapy and all that sort of stuff. Lives in, forgot what part of Nottingham. Lovely 4-bedroom house, just him and his wife. You know, and he's done really, really well. I'm retired, comfortably off. We don't need to do it, you know, but we get together every other Monday, normally in Belper. He has to drive from Nottingham over to Belper. I take the 20-minute drive from Wirksworth into Belper, and we just do what we do because you know, there's times when you'll have it when you're playing and think, we look at each other, this is fucking great.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's passion, isn't it? It's passion, true passion project, really.
Yeah.
But it's that stuff as a musician that you enjoy the most, when it's just you creating and jamming music together.
Yeah.
And that's the foundation that gets you started in the first place.
Absolutely.
And everything else is just sort of like a bonus.
Yeah.
You know.
Also, you guys know, you don't get any money for doing this.
No.
You know? But yeah, the passion and just the opportunity to be asked to play somewhere live in front of people. It's like, most of the gigs are in Nottingham, so I've got to drive from Wirksworth over to Nottingham to do the gig, knowing I'm not going to get my petrol back or anything like that. But because I want to present this in front of people and I want people to hear what Dave and I have worked on, it's like, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, because for me, it always feels like you kind of feel like you shouldn't be charging for something that you enjoy so much. Because it feels like a crime in a way, because you're like, I shouldn't. It's art, isn't it? And I suppose sometimes money and art, they don't go hand in hand. It kind of cheapens it in a way. It would be nice to get paid, enough to like. I don't know. It's a hard balance.
It is a hard balance. Yeah.
If you're driven by money.
But you won't change your art for the money, will you? Do you know what I mean? You're not going to turn into a pop band.
No, absolutely not. No.
Because the kit that I've got, my dream kit, my Pearl reference kit, I bought that purely for Kaliugah.
Yeah.
You guys have not seen that kit because I've not had the opportunity to have a situation where I can use it. But that's how passionate we are.
Yeah.
Dave's got his, what do you call it? Warwick. He's got 3 Warwick basses and that EBS gear. He plays in a U2 tribute band and plays a completely different bass and a complete
that rig.
Ashdown gear, but that we call it the Kaliugah gear. So the drums that I've got is the Kaliugah drum kit.
Yeah.
The bass gear he's got is just for Kaliugah. You'll never see it anywhere else.
For 2 gig a year.
It probably makes more sense to just put gigs on yourself instead of. I mean, I think our bands, Parallax and Kaliugah, go together well. But it probably make more sense to go, right, let's put a show on.
Well, that's what that gig at The Hairy Dog.
That was a good night. That was.
It was. It's just a shame there wasn't more people, but it's still a great night. And I just got to a point where I was tired of waiting for gigs to turn up.
Yeah.
And I knew Paul Keenan, the owner, because he used to have. The Hairy Dog was originally at the Old Bell
we
on
played
Sadlergate.
Yeah.
Old Bell, I forgot about Old Bell.
Did that really shit pillar in the middle where you had to like lean round to see the back.
Right. So I thought, sod it. And I said, Paul, listen, is it possible to put something on? I said, I don't know how it's going to pan out, but it was like, yeah, we'll go for it, George. And that was it.
Yeah.
And you guys... Was it not All Right, the Captain? What are they called? A Toto So. Was the other band.
Yeah, because the guitarist from that band, he got us a show at a place in Notts, which is a cool place to get a gig, actually.
Right.
JT Sauce. It's just like a...
We've played there
living room.
Yeah,
it's great.
I've never been there yet.
Mate, it's dead good. It's just like...
It's a good one.
The audience are this close to you. Yeah.
That's what you want to
You have to take... Everybody takes their own drinks and food and stuff, and you just chill out.
Oh,
it's like
that's
a living
Marty.
room. That's right, yeah.
Marty, brilliant guy. Can I use your toilet?
I hope you found the facilities to your taste.
It's tip-top order.
Right, we have got to do the hardest part, which people normally struggle with, and that is...
Well, it's either good or bad, Daddy, we've found. There's no middle ground.
There's no middle ground, yeah.
Oh, dear.
It's Name That Band.
Name your dream band, baby.
Did you name the band Kaliugah?
Yeah.
What's the story behind that name?
Right.
Sorry, just another question.
Okay. I was in a band called Grudge 13 in Liverpool.
Oh.
So we're talking about dedication. I used to drive every weekend, no word of a lie,
Wow.
to Liverpool. Right. When the band called Point Blank, when that ended, the vocalist that was in it, he wanted to carry on doing a project. He then found this band in Liverpool. Turns out that he couldn't drive. So he went up the first few sessions on the train and then said, George, you need to join this band, man. The drummer's rubbish and you're miles better than he is. So he got me into that band and he's very clever. So I ended up giving him a lift up to Liverpool every weekend.
Free lift. Free lift.
Right. And he'd taught me to death all the way up there. And then when I was knackered, he would fall asleep on the way back. So I'd have to drive back without having anybody to keep me awake.
Company.
Free lift and he just abandons you like that. There's nothing worse, is there?
So with that band, we did a recording session for Copro Records. Don't know if you...
I've heard the name. Yeah.
Yeah, down in Henley-on-Thames or something. And one of the tracks was called Kaliugah. And the name Kaliugah came from the singer who came up with the name. He wrote a song about Kaliugah, and I was like, that's a cool name. What does that mean?
Yeah.
And it was, he told me it was a Hindi name, and it's 1,000 years of turmoil.
Oh,
wow. So that's
I like that.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
It is.
Yeah.
And it stayed in my head. And then when we put Kaliugah together, we realised we didn't want a singer.
Yeah.
So we're coming back to that. So I was a bit, oh man, I feel really bad about this. I left it to the two Daves to speak to Warren and say, we want to do this as an instrumental band. And he's my mate, so...
Kicked him out.
So he was gone, and I thought, I want to use the name. I want to use that name somehow. So that's when I call the band Kaliugah.
Oh. It's a great meaning.
It is a great meaning,
But so as not to offend Hindus, the spelling is different to how I've spelt it.
Okay.
Spelt it differently, and it looks better in my mind's eye the way we've spelt it.
Yeah.
And I kind of have the same ethos in terms of 1,000 years of all the stuff we're going through now in the world with, I don't want to get political because it's not the time, but stuff that's going on in Ukraine and with Trump and blah, blah, blah. It's like a lot of turmoil going on. So the theory behind this thing is that you have 1,000 years of turmoil and then peace. So, and Kaliugah music does sound like turmoil. There's a lot of just craziness going on.
It blends, doesn't it? It blends.
So that's what's behind it.
I like the concept.
Amazing.
I
love that.
Yeah, totally.
Really love it. So, on that note then, what are you calling this band? You just come up with you told the story about your amazing band name now. So what's your next amazing band name?
Oh, man, I genuinely did not give that any thought.
Okay.
You know what? It's dead easy, actually. I was with the Derby Jazz board a week ago on Friday or whenever it was, and they said, right, George, who have you got booked? And on one of the events, one of the days, it's an all-dayer thing at a place called Electric Daisy in Derby. And I've got 3 bands booked, but I'm still missing a couple of bands. So I made up a couple of names to shut them up.
Let's hope they're not listeners.
Probably. Probably Mike. Mike, if you're there, sorry, mate. And one of the names I made, it just came to me, was Data Project.
Data Project.
So
it's
that's
got like a fusion kind of.
Yeah,
with
Data.
it.
Yeah. I'm down with that.
Yeah. So that'll do.
Data Project is the name.
He might have shot himself in the foot.
Big style. George, I thought you had all 6 bands booked. Well,
I've extended the set on a couple of bands. Data Project's not turned up.
What I'm trying to do with Derby Jazz is to make it more eclectic. Because the people that have been involved in it before, if they hear this, they'll know exactly what I mean. They're middle-class, middle-aged, white men, mainly.
Yeah.
And their concept of jazz is like that narrow.
Yeah.
And I've tried to explain to them that jazz is like whatever.
It is,
it covers a whole lot of stuff. And when I brought Robert Mitchell up a few months ago, he blew their minds because he's a well-respected jazz pianist, but the stuff he was doing with this Zayn Malik on guitar and this drummer was just like crazy, And the other problem with Derby Jazz, I'm saying all this out loud, is that because the audience has a certain demographic, that demographic are all probably retired.
Yeah.
And they are literally dying. So the audience that was like 20 years ago, you'd get 200 turning up to a gig. there's now probably 40 or 50.
Yeah.
Literally because they've died. You know? So
Pretty
what
sad, isn't it?
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say to the other board members is that you brought me in to do the programming. Let me get on with it and get a wider scope of jazz that brings a younger audience in.
Yeah.
Because there's young people out there, I've met them, that are telling me about stuff, you know, about, one of the best examples is Animals as Leaders.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Now, Tosin Abasi is like a jazz guitarist, really.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
You know what I mean? And the whole band are very jazz orientated, but they do it with obviously a Meshuggah type groove in some places. But the guitar playing stuff, you know,
it's jazz, isn't
it's
it?
jazz. You know,
that guy's crazy.
Oh, what's the drummer?
It's Matt
Garska.
Yeah.
Guy's frightening. You know, me and Dave went to Arctangent. Was it 2 years ago?
Oh, I want to go
there yet.
I want to go to Art Tangent.
Guys, you've got to go.
Oh, it looks
We've
so
been
good.
3 times. It's twice when Meshuggah headlined, and it was the other one. I can't remember. But when we went, Meshuggah headlined, and Arctangent were on just before them. I can't remember who else was on, but just mind blowing. Mind blowing, man. It's just
It's my kind of music. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you would love it. And I keep saying to Dave, we've got to get our crap together, big style, because I want to play that festival. Because a Tota So have played there. You guys would go down a storm there.
Oh, I didn't realise they'd played there.
And the great thing about that gig, Arctangent, is that regardless of what marquee you go in, the sound is fantastic. Every band I've seen there, they sound amazing. Car Bomb were there for the 2 years that we saw. You know, and brilliant.
Yeah, it's good that you're doing that, George, because there are so many like modern musicians that have got that jazz influence.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the idea of jazz.
Yeah.
Pushing music
It's
to
freedom.
Yeah, it is.
You
yeah.
know, from the stricture, the strictness and boundaries of original Western music, which is classical music. There's no improvisation in classical music. It's like you play the notes.
Yeah.
You know, jazz is like, you play the notes and then some.
Yeah.
You know, and you go for it, and the creativity is what's going on between you and your bandmates.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
You know, so, with Kaliugah, we have a structure, but then Dave will do something. I think, whoa. And I think I'll try and go with that. I might balls it up, which I tend to do anyway. But then you find a way out of it, you know. But because people don't know what we're supposed to be playing, they haven't got a clue anyway. But yeah,
we went to a jazz guitar show, didn't we, in Beeston?
Yeah,
not long back.
Yeah, that was really enjoyable.
It was really enjoyable, but the audience again was very old. We was the youngest in there.
Yeah.
By quite a bit, weren't we? Really.
Yeah, and I suppose the thing with jazz, at what point do you stop kind of progressing it from those kind of those confounds that it's got around it?
Yeah,
because it's going to end up becoming, no disrespect, but it's going to end up becoming the blues of. Like the blues has gone so far and then it's stopped, and it's like it's become this sacred kind of thing. Oh, you can't do anything other than that because that's not blues anymore. Well, it shouldn't be limited at all.
You shouldn't be able to put jazz in. Yeah. It should escape. Do you know what I mean?
One of the biggest, if you go out onto the main street and you stop any random person going along and you say to them, name me some jazz musicians, right?
Yeah.
And more than likely, if they can name any, they'd probably say someone like Duke Ellington, or Louis Armstrong, or Miles Davis.
Yeah. Yep.
Miles Davis wanted and was doing everything he could to do a gig with that guy and record with Hendrix. That's how open-minded he was. He came from a background of all suits and all of that kind of stuff to, a point where, okay, well, I've done that now. And one thing about him in his career, once he'd done something, he didn't want to go back and do it again. So when he did all his acoustic jazz stuff and he got into the electric era and he saw what Hendrix was doing, he's like, that's where the future is. I want to do that. So that's what he wanted to do. So his approach was, don't tell me the F what jazz is. I define what jazz is. You know what I mean?
Listen up.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you're not a musician, you're a journalist or something. What the hell do you know? You write about what's happening. You don't create what's happening. I create what's happening.
Yeah.
And that's what so with Kaliugah, my approach, some people will say, well, what is it? I say, I don't know. I haven't got a clue.
It's expressive, isn't it?
Yeah. You know, I will come up with a pattern. Dave comes up with a pattern. We work something out and we go out and play it. You make your own mind up. If you like it, great. If you don't like it, don't worry about it. You know? So that's our approach.
Fair enough.
Because I think that's when it becomes watered down, doesn't it? When you start trying to tailor to somebody else's needs.
Or you try to tailor to the genre.
Yeah.
You try and tailor to that label. Because it happens a lot, doesn't it?
It becomes so obvious, though. It's so obvious when a band tries to chase what's hot at that time. It's
they change the songwriting, they change.
We used to, we did it when Dave, the guitarist, was in the band. We played a gig in Coventry, a place called the Jailhouse. And we're there and doing, you know, and this guy was going nuts. And at the end of the gig, he came up and he was like, you know, guys, you guys are amazing. I can help you get somewhere. You need to get a vocalist. I'll start putting some adverts out. I was like, no, we don't, matey. That's the last thing we want to do. And he was like, no, if you had a vocalist, you'd be like the next Meshuggah. And I was like, we don't want to be the next anything.
Yeah.
You know.
We've had exactly the same comment. We came out, we supported a band called Von Hertzen Brothers. We were an amazing band. And we came up, I mean, it was a weird pairing, really, because we played this like instrumental set before this, like, they're like a they used to support Foo Fighters when Foo Fighters, they were a big band, but they put us on first, which was an honour. But we come off and this group of chaps come up and said, yeah, I really enjoyed it, but I think you need to start again and get a singer. And it was like, I don't know where to go with that.
Where would you put the vocals?
Exactly.
Where would you put the songs are specifically there to entertain without the vocal. Do you know what I mean? You got the lead lines.
You'd have to make compromises.
Exactly.
And
that's the end of it, because once you're compromising, you know, Dave and I have a philosophy, and it's like, if he comes up with something and I'm not feeling it, we won't do it. If I come up with something and he's not feeling it, we won't do it. If we come up with something, no matter how bizarre or crazy, and we're both feeling it, we're going to do it. That's it. We don't care what anybody thinks. We don't care who likes it, who doesn't like it. It makes us happy, and it takes us wherever it takes us. Yeah. And that's it.
Yeah, no filter.
Yeah.
No filter.
Yeah.
Organically comes out. If you like it, and it gets played.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you think Hendrix sat there and was thinking, I wonder what people want to listen to?
I wonder if the pop crowd would like this.
Yeah.
He would have never done it.
Do you know what I mean? Purple Haze. No one had done anything like Purple Haze before he did Purple Haze. You know, I'm going to do this with the guitar, and I'm going to do that, and I have this crazy sound on it. You know, or you can't do that because Lulu's at number one, or this is at number one, or the Hollies are at number one. You've got to you know.
I mean, for him to be in a club with all of the greats at the time, you know, I mean, Clapton was just like, what do I do? I mean, I thought Clapton really was ahead of his time. At that time with Cream and everything he was doing, it was like a heavy blues, wasn't it? And then Hendrix comes along and it's like, okay, what's this?
This is how you do it.
Well, it literally just been in the UK like about 2 weeks at the time, and Cream were playing at Regent's Polytechnic or something in London. And because his manager, Chaz Chandler, knew Cream, he said, yeah, I'm pretty certain they'll, you know, let you have a play. So he turns up thinking, I'll just have a jam, you know. And then, you probably heard the story. He goes up, he's jamming with Jack Bruce and Ginger Baker.
Yeah.
Clapton's watching. Clapton then goes into the dressing room and can't light his cigarette because he's that, like, shaken up. Like, what just happened? Who is this guy? Crazy.
I'm sure I read that he played a Beatles song.
That was on another gig.
Was that another gig?
That was Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band had just come out on, like, the Saturday.
Yeah.
They were playing the Savile Row Theatre on the Sunday, which was owned by Brian Epstein, the Beatles manager. So that's how he got that gig. And he comes out and he's playing Sgt. Pepper's. And so the Beatles are there watching. And he's like, what? You know what I mean? How is this guy able to master this tune so quickly? And like, Paul McCartney constantly, I've seen loads of interviews where he's like, it was just amazing. He comes out and he starts doing it and like playing it with his teeth. And that's ridiculous.
Legend.
Yeah.
We could talk forever, George, honestly.
Yeah, that was an amazing.
No,
chat.
you guys have been amazing. I genuinely feel honoured being asked to do this. I've loved it.
No,
the honour's ours.
The honour's
The honour's
ours,
ours,
George.
dude.
Thank you for getting involved. We've been looking forward to this one, haven't we?
We have, yeah. And it's even better in real life.
Yes.
So you've exceeded expectations.
Do you want to share with the listeners where they can find your work?
What, gig-wise, you mean?
Yeah, gig-wise and music and as such.
Okay, there's some Kaliugah stuff on YouTube. There's the gig. I think there's a couple of bits, but there's one gig which sounds a bit dodgy, but it's one we did in 2010 at the Old Angel in Derby. We're planning to do some recordings this year, and that'll be out at some point. So that's one project. Mysterious Travellers, we're going to be doing a tour in September. Going to be doing a gig. We're hoping to play Peggy's Skylight in September. We'll be playing Chapel Street Art Centre on the 25th of September. And that's all the weather report stuff. The keyboard player and the saxophonist in that band are absolutely phenomenal. Rob Dimbleby on keys and Jack Williams on sax are frightening. And the percussionist is a guy called Richard Kensington, who's absolutely brilliant. And then there's Dave Sturt on bass, who plays with gong and various other stuff, and myself. And then my other project is Soldy. We're playing a jazz fusion set at Electric Daisy on the 1st of August. Some other places, I can't remember now.
You've done well to remember all that. I can't remember anything.
You can't remember it. You've got one gig a year. You can't remember it normally.
You normally remind me. You got a gig.
Oh, what am I thinking? And Kaliugah are playing at Salutation.
Oh, Salutation, yeah.
April, I think it's April the 19th.
Wait, are you playing with...
Is that your gig?
Godsticks?
I think so. I'm not sure. It's what's it gig?
Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's just...
Are you playing that?
He's just bought Parallax as well.
What are the chances?
Yeah.
What are the chances?
So yeah, we're doing that.
Yeah, we'll see you there.
Yeah.
That's madness.
That Godsticks, they sound good. I don't know if you've listened to him.
What? How did this... He messaged me, but at the time... No, he messaged me a load of different dates. And Dave, Kaliugah, was like, oh, George, he doesn't really want us to do gigs with bands that like stoner bands or blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I'm not bothered.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But he's very genre specific. So I said, okay, all right, fair enough. And that was the one that stuck out.
Yeah.
So, but I didn't see anybody else on it at the time. So
yeah, this is recent. Yeah,
it's quite recent.
Yeah, recent.
That's amazing. Both of you at the same time.
You know what's going to happen? We're going to end up doing tons of it. But it's great.
Yeah.
But the thing, what I want to do is just build an audience.
Yeah.
Because I know this guy. Do you know? It was at the Billy Bootlegger's gig. He's played guitar. He wanted to join Kaliugah. Ian Marshall.
Ian Marshall. Yeah. We've had him on the pod.
We had him on the pod.
All right. Yeah. Ian's great.
Yeah,
Ian's great.
He's got me some more like guitar masterclasses with confetti.
Right.
To do as well.
Brilliant.
Yeah, he's brilliant. Ian. He's a really nice guy. Good guitar player as well, isn't he?
Awesome, beautiful guy. And then he's played with my soul band a couple of times. And we did one of the tracks we did, and he nailed it. We did have you heard of the guitarist Mike Stern?
Yes. Yeah.
We do a track called Chromosome.
Yeah.
Right? And yeah. So
he's done well to nail that track.
Yeah. All of that stuff, and then solo. So yeah, we did that at a place called the Hound Dog in Derby. And yeah, great.
Yeah, I know.
What a small world it is, eh?
Small world. Small world.
I'm looking forward to that even more now, Danny.
That's brilliant. When I leave, I'm going to message Dave. Guess what?
Yeah.
I bet you can't guess.
Shall we wrap things up? I know it's going to be a bumpy episode, this is.
Daylight when I go out.
Thank you so much for joining us, George.
Hey,
thanks,
guys,
George.
It's been a genuine pleasure and honour. I've loved it.
Yeah.
Honestly, we could talk all night. It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Don't worry, save it for the gig.
No, was it April? April
18th. In fact, it's April 18th now. straight to the gig.
The drums are in the car.
Cheers,
All right,
dude. I'm
mate.
just going to
Cheers,
get Heather to get a picture, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, cool, man. Yeah.
Hey!
Here he is. That was delayed then, dude. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I wonder what you were like, just insinuating something. I wonder what you meant.
Well, go is what I meant, dude. Go.
Right.
Dude, we've had George Grignon in the studio.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, since editing this,
It's been a long
did a
time.
gig with him as well.
Yeah, you did a gig.
Yeah, so it was great to catch up with him, and he was still talking about them biscuits that we had.
What biscuits did we have?
The biscuits were like magnificent.
I can't remember the biscuits.
Like shortbread biscuits.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, there was. I remember. Banging shortbread.
Yeah.
George, fan of shortbread with biscuits.
He's a fan of the shortbread. Yeah, George is an absolute legend.
Well, lovely bloke.
When we found out we was sharing a stage with him again, I was like, yes, what a treat.
And listeners, we do apologise. It was a very long episode.
It is a very long episode. And you know what, listeners? I'm heavily disappointed if you've not managed to listen to the whole thing, because I tell you what, George is a real joy to be around.
If you haven't listened to the whole thing and you're listening to this bit now, that's very random. Go back and listen to it all again.
I insist.
I do insist. Right, dude, are we going to evaluate this
Let's
stream
evaluate, because we're about 4 hours in.
Okay, quickly. Not quickly, but take your time. Who's first? Who's first? Let's talk about George first, shall we?
George is a masterful drummer, isn't he?
Masterful.
We can talk about a couple of projects, because while we were trawling through, we just wanted to kind of just 1 second. The guitar stand looks like it's going to collapse, and one of the guitar's going to fall over.
In what way?
It moves.
I think there was no risk. There was no risk.
There was low
no
risk.
Very low risk.
No,
But there's a high value of guitars on there.
Low risk, high value.
Low risk, high value. High risk, low value. That's my guitar rack.
Anyway, where were we? So, there's not much Kaliugah stuff on anywhere, really.
It's very hard to find. George,
real hard time finding stuff.
George.
So it's definitely one of those bands that you've got to capture them live to experience it. I mean,
so two-man. Explain the band, Danny. Explain the band.
A two-piece instrumental band.
The best two instruments, bass and drums.
Bass and drums.
None of that guitar shit that he does.
Dude, it's unbelievably tight.
Syncopation galore.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But it feels like really, I don't know, I'm going to use the word moody. It's such
got
a
atmosphere. Atmosphere is
creative. It's kind of unsettling at times when you're like, whoa, I think it's like the messing around with time
primal,
signatures.
isn't it? It's a primal, like, there's a lot of muted notes, the bass. It's like a lot of slapped muted notes, and it's in so tight with the drums. It's quite like, do you know what I mean? It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird, and it's aggressive.
Well, you love that cymbal, don't you? They're like stacked.
What is it? Has it got a certain name?
I think it's called.
You're a drummer now, aren't you? So
a sectoid drummer. I think it's. Dave used to call it like a stack, basically, and it's just where you put like a couple of.
I thought there'd be a more interesting name, if I'm honest.
Well, I think both cymbals, they like cancel each other out, don't they? So you've got that real short.
Again,
transient.
muted. It's muted, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like and the sound of his snare drum as well, dude. That's quite. Do you mean?
Yeah. Lovely.
Amazing.
Really, really tasteful. Frantic,
yes.
but there's a track that they do that's got more, because most of it's kind of it's percussion, isn't it? Like
it's
percussive kind of sound.
There's not a lot of chorus-like material. Let's just say that, shall we?
But that track where it was like, oh, this reminds me of something. You You were like, this is giving me Red Sparrows kind of vibes.
Yeah, in my realm of post-rock and all that kind of stuff, it did give me, I think it's the effects on the bass, and Red Sparrows is bass-led as well.
It is,
despite
isn't
having three guitarists in the band.
Oh, is there three?
Well, they've had a few over the years, but when I saw them, they had 3 guitarists.
Wow.
Despite that, bass leads that band.
Yes.
And that track, we don't know the name, because...
It's called Track... I mean, it's been named different things online. Track 1 of 3. Track 2 of 3. I don't know. I don't know what the tracks are called.
But it's bass-led. It's got loads of effects on the bass, so it's less percussive, isn't it?
Yeah.
In terms of its nature. But George's drumming is, again, it's an equal parts bass and drums, isn't it?
Yeah, and you know what? Even if it was, I think if there was a recording of it, I don't think it would capture the magic that you experience live, because you don't get to witness that beautiful relationship between the bass player and the drummer.
It'd take a special recording, I think, to do it justice.
Yeah.
Do you mean it's got to be a good... You can't just bang it together, can you? It's got to be a good recording.
It has got to be a good recording. You've got to get him, what's his name on it, haven't you?
Who would you get? Who would you get? Come on.
I'd like to hear him with a beard with no shoes on. What's his name? Rick Rubin. I'd like to get Rick Rubin on that.
Rick Rubin's a good producer.
Yeah.
I
don't know what engineer would you throw in there?
Oh, I don't know engineers' names. I bet you do, don't you?
Maybe something... who produced Korn's first album?
Ross Robinson. That's a great call.
He'd be good in there, wouldn't he?
That's a great call, that is. Yeah, that works with him, because he's done a lot of that kind of new metal-ish.
Yeah.
This isn't new metal, but, it's got that slappy bass and the percussive drums. Yeah, that'd be incredible. If he could... Because he did a later Korn album where they tried to kind of rekindle that first album magic, and it didn't work. I'd want the Ross Robinson from 1993 or 1994, whatever it was.
That's mad. It's that long ago, isn't it?
That's what I want.
Yeah. But, like you said earlier about he's got that kind of tribal thing going on, hasn't it? It's like raw and but it's so groovy, and...
It's the energy though as well. It's the energy it creates.
I find it kind of hypnotising when it kind of just envelops everyone in the room, doesn't it? And
then they've got samples in the music as well, so that makes it eerie as well, doesn't it?
I was going to say eerie. That's a great, yeah.
Eerie samples.
George is cool as fuck behind the kit.
Well, is that his jazz projects as well that you wrote about?
Yeah, Soul Deep. So we had to listen to a track. I didn't actually catch what the title was, but it was part of Derby Jazz. So they gradually just work through all the different instruments, don't they? Doing like a bit of a time to shine. I mean, in that track, George he's like a pocket player. He's just serving the track. He's working with the band, and we both said it was perfect syncopation again with the bass player. His kick drum was so in the pocket.
He's that kind of drummer that I love playing with. You know, that drummer that you just gel.
Yes.
And there's nothing better as a bass player than hearing that kick. It's when you're playing, and especially when you're playing aggressive like I do, it's almost like you're triggering the bass drum. That's what it feels like.
Oh wow, that's how it feels.
I mean, you're a strange bass player when you play bass. You do it in the wrong way, disgusting way.
I'm a sectoid bass player.
You're a disgusting bass player. But when you got that, it genuinely does. Like at Download, drop the download card. It was so loud as well, but when it connects, it feels like you're triggering the bass drum almost with your bassy fingers.
To play in a band with George would be an absolute dream.
Oh,
wouldn't it? It would, wouldn't it?
It would.
He'd be such a joy to play alongside. Brilliant guy, brilliant drummer, and he's going to be the backbone of this band for sure.
And he likes shortbread biscuits.
He does. Anyway,
next member. Drummer. No, we've done drummer.
We've got on first guitar is Eddie Hazel. It is a little bit hard to...
before we go through these, is picked people that have limited material, because they're all pretty much dead.
Limited lifespan as well. I mean, they died young, didn't they?
A lot of them did, yeah. So there's a lot of dead ones. I think they're all dead, aren't they? Welcome to the Cause of Death podcast with Danny Beardsley and Dan Hayes.
Absolutely shocking, though, that he was gone that young. So he played a solo on Maggot Brain, But
10-minute solo.
The thing we struggled with, and the reason why we resorted for YouTube, is because we wanted to try and accurately pick out, because there was another guitarist as well, isn't there, Mike Hampton, and I didn't want to talk about his solo rather than Eddie Hazel's, but we did say that Eddie's solo is quite quiet in the mix, so it's hard to pick him out. So we did a little bit more digging, and we found a bootleg collection. And it's you can find it on YouTube. It's probably on streaming sites as well. But it's Parliament/Funkadelic outtakes and demos from 1973.
Wow!
So it's just like a massive jam session, basically.
Yeah, I mean,
and
there's a lot of shred.
There's a lot of shred. There's a few things that I picked up on. Definite Hendrix vibe.
Yep.
That kind of influence, and then lots of these kind of double stop bends, and you can hear...
Sorry?
Double stop bends.
Do you want to explain it?
You like them kind of... You're holding down with one finger and then the other finger.
Yep.
And then you bend one up and it's still got the other one ringing underneath kind of thing.
Okay.
And then you can hear him doing stuff as he's bending, he's using the tremolo at the same time to counteract it, so it gives this kind of
technical guitar chat with Danny Beardsley.
Springy sort of sound.
Yeah.
But also, you can hear he's probably just plugging into a single channel amp, because I can hear him. He likes to use the volume control on his guitar by the looks of things. So he's messing with dynamics and stuff. So it was an enjoyable listen. Talented guitar player, and he probably had a lot more to give as well. Which is a real shame.
But he's been resurrected now.
He's been resurrected.
So he's back.
Boom.
He's back and readily available. On bass was Doug Rauch.
Another talented musician gone too soon as well.
As all of these were, dude.
So we had to listen to Yours is the Light, and you pointed out that it's had a bossa nova vibe, and I was very impressed, Dan.
Well, I had to Google it afterwards to make sure I was correct. But
and you were.
I Googled it, and it says it was in a bossa nova style. So, I know
style.
I know my stuff, dude.
Yeah, you know your shit.
I know my shit. I do a music podcast, dude.
Well, it's had loads of cool, very quick moments of modulation where it's shifting in and out of keys. I couldn't actually figure out what was happening, but lots of octave work. I think he was doing octaves.
Yeah, lots of octaves and fifths. But my thing with this is he's too low in the mix.
I agree, Dan.
So there was a lovely run.
Yeah.
He was doing his standard stuff, all the usual, and then there was a beautiful run. And I was like, I can't quite hear where that went.
Yeah. We rewound it, didn't we, to relive it.
We rewound it.
Yeah. We
on the tape player. We went back in time. And it was still come on, I want that more fun. I mean, Santana's just shredding, playing on top, isn't he? He's full bore.
He is full bore.
He's full bore, but he plays a fretless as well, I believe.
Yes, that's what
It gives it a woollier tone.
Very mellow, yeah.
Mellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mean less attack.
Yeah.
Less attack than a fretted instrument. So I think that didn't help with the definition of it either.
Yeah, exactly, mate, yeah.
But it was some lovely fills.
Proper pocket player, again. Oof. And I think that's what George is...
looking for.
He's looking for. He's a pocket player himself,
Exactly. He's just digging up all the dead pocket players.
Awesome.
Well, no, we're digging them up. We're the ones that have to resurrect.
We are resurrecting.
Again, Doug is back. Doug has returned.
Yes.
Who's next, Danny?
The man himself, Alan Holdsworth.
You got excited at this one, Danny.
Oh, dude.
If I'm honest, you got very excited.
He's flipping insane.
Insane is definitely a word I'd use for him. Mental.
So primarily, I think he's going to be playing a lot of lead. Although his chordal work is...
Actually, yeah,
delicious.
On the track we listened to, he did play a little bit of chordal work at first, didn't he?
Yeah.
Before going off into a world beyond our world, really.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's like a
world
different
beyond
realm.
our, yes, different realm. I don't really know what was happening most of the time.
And nobody knows what dark matter is. I can tell you right now. It's Alan Holdsworth's fucking musical lines.
Do you think 95% of the universe is just Alan Holdsworth guitar lines?
Yes.
But through a weird time scenario... somehow causes the Big Bang originally.
Yes.
Yes.
Alan Holdsworth did it all. So I wanted to show Dan how this guy approached the guitar, and because I'd like listening to his recordings, you could sit there and listen to it and it'd blow your mind.
Yeah.
But actually seeing how he approaches it, especially in a live setting. So we watched something from a 1997 live performance, a track called Looking Glass. His lead tone's so smooth. It almost doesn't sound like a guitar.
No, it almost sounds synth-like at times.
Doesn't it?
Like keys and, yeah.
But I thought he was in a pure flow state. And completely like unassuming kind of character when you see him on stage, and he's like, you know, he's quite chill, quite reserved when you're watching him, and then he just rips into these solos.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a rock star at all.
He was unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. And he inspired so many. I mean, his clean tones were crystal clean. Like Calder works really complex and sort of, whoa, how do you even come up with that? And then what I noticed was his legato lines. Like the intervals are really loud.
Just explain legato for our
so it's like hammering on and pulling off from kind of nowhere.
Oh, so no note plucked with the right hand.
So you can like pluck the initial note, and then the rest of the notes kind of like pulling on, and it makes it sound very fluid and smooth.
Okay, thank you. Sometimes I just want you to explain these technical terms.
Yeah, so,
not just for our listeners, but for me.
Yeah,
I'm musically illiterate. I'm a bass player.
You know what legato is, and it kind of gives. Yeah, that probably contributes to the synth-like sound because it sounds so
smooth. Yeah, the smoothness of it. Yeah, it makes sense.
Fluid, flow state.
And would you say that contributes to the I was going to say ejaculation. Cut that bit out. Would you say?
I don't know, but I can't help but think that in the 7-minute track we listened to, he played every scale imaginable.
Every note imaginable as well, by the looks of it.
Yeah.
He was all over the place. It sounded, to me, very random. I know it had the structure there, but you know what I mean? It was extreme in its randomness, I found.
But he knew what he was doing, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, I was like listening to it, and every now and then there'd be a moment where it'd be, oh, he's dropped into a whole tone scale, for instance, or oh, that was a little bit diminished, or oh, that was a bit of Phrygian dominant there that he dropped in.
Oh, that was a little bit diminished.
But there was so much of it. I don't know, and I think it comes down to it's obviously the way that he interprets music itself.
Well, I think he's one of those that sees it, isn't he?
Yeah.
Who's next?
Amazing. Finally, last member, Chick Corea on keys.
Chick Corea. I mean, very similar in terms of like randomness, scale.
Beautiful melodies. Same again. I don't think, because you'd have to sit there and listen to albums and albums of material and dissect everything. Let's watch this guy and see what he's like behind a piano. So we find a Tiny Desk performance, didn't we?
If you haven't watched Tiny Desk, get on it. It's got the best musicians in a tiny little room doing what they do best.
Yeah.
And who was he with?
He was with Gary Burton
on
the Glockenspiel.
I think it's a vibraphone.
Oh, was it?
And
he was making it like cock back and forth.
Sorry?
Like cock back and forth.
Cock back and forth?
Yeah, it was like rocking back and forth.
Rocking back and forth. I didn't see any cocks.
But he was holding multiple Glock sticks.
Glock? Is that what they're called?
I don't know.
Yeah, he had two per hand. I mean, we're talking about the wrong person here, but Gary Burton was also a legend, isn't he?
Yeah. You had a theory on him, didn't you?
What was my theory?
That he woke up one day when he was 5 years old.
Well, no, I checked it. So my theory was that he woke up 5 years old and was like, I'm going to be the greatest Glockenspiel player in the world, and whenever anyone needs a Glockenspiel player, I'll be the man they call. Reality, he learned that, the Glockenspiel and vibraphone or whatever, when he was 6 years old, and has been a master since, and he is still alive.
He is.
But anyway, with Chick Corea, I mean, what a crazy blend. I would never have put them two things together and gone, yeah, that's going to come out with something amazing. But they managed it.
It was a captivating performance.
It was captivating, yes. It's beautiful, dude. Beautiful performance.
But like, the melodies were just evolving, and they were moving in so many different directions, but it was so connected still.
Yeah, and one of them would go to the foreground, the other would provide background entertainment, and then they'd swap, and the piano would become the lead again. And you know what I mean, it would.
But how did they know when to like shift?
Well, it told a story, didn't it? It was like it was telling a story together. I don't know how they'd know. Who knows?
Yeah, I suppose it was like witnessing a conversation, wasn't it?
It was, and just having the two instruments, it has to be perfect, and it was perfect.
Yeah,
Chick Corea's played on the piano is just like so clean,
absolutely mad. You know when it started though, like Chick Corea was looking over at Gary Burton.
Yeah,
it was almost aggressive.
I think
it was like, "Oi, I'm starting. We're in this key. Hey, tenor." Can you get that?
It was a stern look, but I you know what? I think it's just his face. That's what I got. I mean, I wouldn't if I was stood there playing the glockenspiel next to him, I wouldn't have taken any animosity towards me for it. It feels like you would have been. It feels like you would have gone, "Hey, Chick, what are you looking at me like that for? What are you looking at me like that for?"
No, but I think if you've mastered the Glock, you're a powerful.
Maybe you're
a powerful being.
Maybe it's like a power play thing. Like Chick's got 10 things that he hits his keys with, whereas Burton, has only got 4 beaters.
Oh, they're probably hardcore beaters, aren't they? Not Glock sticks.
There you go. But maybe it's a power play thing. Like, you are good, but you're holding 10 sticks in your hands, are you? Like I am.
So stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane, Glock man.
Glock.
Awesome choice. We watched another video.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say
an older video.
It was like they were tapping into a different realm.
I think you've already said that.
They were in a flow state. No, those two things we said about Alan Holdsworth.
Yes.
They're going to get along, aren't they?
They are going to get along. It's going to blend.
I think, like, to be in a band with Chick Corea, it's like one of those musicians that I think you can only like dream to reach that level of understanding.
It's complete mastery,
ability.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Complete mastery.
I don't know how you get that good. It's just unbelievable.
We watched another video where he had a guitar.
Right, we're going there, aren't we?
Chick Corea's guitar stage. Carry on.
It was in the Chick Corea Electric Band.
Oh, is that what it was called?
Yes.
Poor band name.
Well, he was a poor choice with the guitar, if I'm honest. I think he should have kept the grand piano. The grand piano is a statement instrument, isn't it?
Yeah, but this must have been the 80s, because you can only ever get away with a guitar in the 80s.
Yeah.
It's the only, time where it's socially acceptable, I suppose.
In any realm.
I think we saw someone play a guitar a couple of years ago, didn't we? At the Old Angel.
Oh, he was powerful.
But there was something wrong about it, wasn't there? Because it wasn't the 80s.
Well, it wasn't Chick Corea.
It wasn't Chick Corea, and to me, it made me a little bit sick in my throat a few times. Because it's not the right time for a guitar.
It's not.
We're not in the realm of guitars.
Although
2020s.
Matt Burton from Evil Scarecrow, he wants to. Wanted to play guitar in his dream band.
Yeah, but we didn't let him, did we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Chick Corea.
Yeah.
Back in the 80s, the only time where it's viable to play a guitar. What did you think?
I wrote this down, but I don't know if this makes sense now. Bebop, shebop. You were saying.
Oh, his lines were it's like he was bebopping over the music.
Can you demonstrate?
It's
like
that kind of stuff.
Scat.
Yeah, maybe I was doing more scat than bebop. No, I wasn't doing Jonathan Davis, was I? I wasn't scatting all over the place. Yeah, did you not get that vibe where he was coming in and out of the?
Yeah,
it was like a lead vocalist almost on top.
Yeah,
but bebop, shoebop. That was a countdown theme tune.
We're gonna have to do that again now.
Bebop.
What in bebop style?
Yeah, bebop style.
Okay.
Bebop. Accidental countdown.
Sorry, George. I don't fully understand what's happening with Chick Corea in that kind of period in time. I'm listening to the music. It's a massive understatement, but I can't understand musically what's going off. It's that era. I mean, even when Scott Henderson jumped in playing his lead lines,
I thought Scott Henderson was a bit shit when he jumped in. If I'm honest, in comparison, I mean, it's like he's jumped in and he's started doing something that's completely like I know jazz is jazz, but what Scott Henderson was doing was wrong and bad. Sorry, Scott. What do you think?
Oh, Scott's
Am I wrong?
I'm a very big fan of Scott Henderson,
but
in that moment in time, he sounded like what I would have done in that moment. Like, oh fuck,
it was.
I don't know what I'm doing.
It was an old fuck moment. He couldn't latch onto the vibe. I don't think.
No.
He started to build into it.
Yeah,
but when he first initially got tagged in, like Chick Corea like gone right.
Come on then,
I'm giving you the nod. Did his little. You can't slide out, can you? Well, you can kind of slide out on a guitar. I don't know. He slid out anyway. Chick Corea slid out, gave Scott Henderson a nod, and then Scott Henderson just lowers the tempo by about half, and then I don't really know what's happening.
Yeah,
and then he builds himself into it. But I mean, it's hard, isn't it? It must have been daunting.
Intimidating situation to be in for sure. But the thing is, what anybody's playing over that.
Don't matter.
It's jazz. It's too far advanced for me to understand. I just don't know what's happening. But I'm listening to it in awe, like, oh my God, what the hell? It's pushing the boundaries, isn't it?
Yeah, boundaries are being pushed.
And I think that's what George is doing with this band. And
extreme talent.
I can't even begin to fathom how this band's going to sound. And I think it's probably the first time out of every Dream band that's come on, where I'm like, bloody hell, this could be something. If you really think about everything combined, it's like, whoa, where is this thing going?
It's going to be extremely progressive.
Yeah,
extremely jazz, and there's a lot of big characters.
Yeah, because I'm hoping that George brings his Kaliugah approach of syncopated aggression.
Yeah, but syncopated aggression and the madness of
Chick,
Alan and Chick. What's going to happen?
It's going to be.
What's going to happen?
It's going to be full bore. Isn't it?
And the songs. How long are these songs going to be? Eddie freaking Hazel's got a 10-minute solo in one of his songs. I mean, we're talking 20 to 30-minute songs here.
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, it's hard. It's difficult to imagine.
It's hard to envision.
It's a massive super group of epic proportions, isn't it? From music ability and vision, just creative vision.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because they've all got that vision, haven't they? They've all got that creative vision to look into the future. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? To look into. They know what they want. They know what they want at the end.
Yeah.
Result, and they're not afraid to go 6 million miles out the way to get there.
That's the difficult part, isn't it? It's like being able to understand science, like we were talking about earlier.
Yes.
But being able to imagine the unimaginable is.
I mean, that's what creation is, isn't it? That's what being creative is. It's imagining the unimaginable and building your path there.
Yeah.
These can all do that. Do you know what I mean?
With these,
they've got the tools. They've got the tools anyway. Whether it'll work when they combine or not, who knows?
Well, that brings me to my next question, Dan.
Go for it.
Will it blend? Will it blend? I think it will. But it's going to be a complex blend. It is, isn't it? It's going to be full of so much groove and melody.
Blend. I mean, Chick Corea might piss everyone off with his look that he gives them.
Well, I mean, George was a little bit worried about Eddie because if he's having a bit of a dabble,
I hope
Chick don't stand for it.
Well, they've all died once, So, I mean, you'd think they'd make a better go of it this way around, wouldn't you, really?
Who knows?
They've all experienced death. They're going to have a lot of experiences from that, the dying process. It's a very creative process.
I think this is a really exciting concept.
It is. And I'm almost scared to hear it. Dude, what?
Should we talk about a T-shirt design?
What's the band name first?
Data Project.
Data Project?
Yep.
Ooh.
I mean, it's like the amount of data that's being used here. You need an unlimited data package, don't you, with your service provider?
Yeah, there's something that's very high bandwidth material. This is
5G.
You need 6G for this shit.
Is that even a thing yet?
And not yet, I don't think. Well, the 5G gave you the coronavirus. I wonder what 6G is going to give you. That's a joke, by the way. No one actually believes that 5G gave you coronavirus. Well, they did, but they're all dead of coronavirus now, so it's all right. Thankfully, they didn't get vaccines. Anyway, is that allowed?
Yeah.
Is that allowed? I mean, it's true, isn't it?
Anyway, so what are we doing about T-shirt design?
Oh, Data Project. It needs
I'm going to let you lead this one, Dan.
Oh, you will do, won't you? It's a hard one, this is. Excel spreadsheet on the front. But instead of numbers, it's musical notes. Musical notation.
A little bit conditional formatting on display.
Ooh. I love a bit of conditional formatting.
I do. It's very pleasing.
It is very pleasing, isn't it? When you just put a number and it just turns colour. Oh, if it's 0 or above, turn it to green. If it's 0 or below, turn it to red. Well, that's about
as much
that's as much as my Excel mastery goes.
I'll be honest. I mean, what's Alan Holdsworth's Excel spreadsheet? What would his ability be with conditional formatting? I mean, it'd be off charts, wouldn't it?
He sees numbers that don't exist yet.
They don't exist.
What about your idea? I mean, an Excel spreadsheet on the front is a bit boring for me, but...
it is, I don't like that T-shirt design. I won't buy it.
Cheers, dude. No, I'm passing it back to you. I've done my shit idea. You do your shit idea.
I'm thinking maybe tie it in with this kind of science thing.
In what way?
The unimaginable. So maybe the... what is it? The atom collider thing.
The Large Hadron Collider.
Yeah, maybe combining that in there some way.
Oh yeah, so I suppose in the Large Hadron Collider they collide particles together.
Yeah, but what about if it's like
what if it's these
notation?
Guys?
Notation.
What if it's colliding notes together?
Yeah, colliding notes.
Well, what if we get the guys, like the faces of the guys, just batting notes at each other?
Oh yeah,
in a collider type scenario.
Yeah.
So literally battering notes together to create new notes, because that's the whole point of it. You collide atoms to see what comes out, and something new, like the Higgs boson, the God particle, appears. So maybe by colliding those notes together, you create a new note, a new musical note that's unknown.
There you go. I love this concept.
So there we go.
I love it.
And then Data Project in the middle.
I'd buy that T-shirt. What font we're going for?
Font chat.
I mean...
Not Comic Sans.
No, nobody uses Comic Sans or Wingdings.
I don't know, Danny.
Is there one that looks like a computer?
Oh yeah, there is. I don't know what it's called officially.
You know, like a calculator,
like an old-fashioned computer, like font.
Would that be acceptable?
Yeah, it would. Yeah, let's do that. An old-fashioned, like very liney.
Yeah,
it's hard to describe fonts on a podcast, Danny. Just discovered that.
We're going with calculator-style font.
Yes, with a very
collider thing.
The Hadron Collider with musical notes being collided together.
Creating something new.
Yeah, creating something new, which this will definitely do, won't it?
Yes.
The minds of Alan Holdsworth and Chick Corea.
So would you buy that T-shirt?
Daddy, would you buy a T-shirt? Daddy, would you buy a T-shirt? Daddy, would you buy a T-shirt? Put your money where your mouth is. Daddy, would you buy a T-shirt? Daddy, would you buy a T-shirt? Daddy, would you buy a T-shirt? Put your money where your mouth is.
I'd buy your man was a shit idea, wasn't it? But
what, an Excel spreadsheet? Are you fucking kidding me?
It was a basic idea. Come on. We never plan these things. We just wing it, don't we?
We wingding it.
I mean, we fleshed it out together, though.
We did. We've got our brains together there. I mean, I was wondering if maybe like instead of using like whacking it, it would be like
from their instruments,
like a face puking it.
Or maybe from their instruments.
Yeah.
All colliding different notes together to create something new.
But I don't want a guitar in this band, personally.
Are you going to tell Chick Corea that?
No, he looks terrifying.
Chick, get rid of that guitar. It's not the 80s anymore.
He's giving the look.
So grand piano.
Yeah, he deserves it, doesn't it?
With the open.
Yeah, the tone of it's just it's just amazing.
Open. You got to have the flap open, haven't you? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Flap open.
So, would you buy that T-shirt?
Yes, I would.
Of course you would.
I would buy that T-shirt. I mean, what colour scheme, really?
Maybe black with like a galaxy type look.
Oh, I was going tie-dye. like
opposites. I was thinking it might be a bit hard to design if it's tie-dye, Danny, that's all.
Yeah, true. But I mean, maybe like a version of it with the, in the Chick Corea Electric Band.
Yes.
How they were wearing like the Hawaiian shirt kind of thing.
Unless we go for like a tie-dye, but it's actually a magic eye picture. And the only way you can see the actual...
Oh, yeah.
The only way you can actually see the design is by, I don't know, going buzz-eyed and...
fucking your eyes up.
Can you do magic eye pictures?
Not anymore without giving myself a migraine.
Oh, I've never really been able to see them,
I have. That's probably why I'm short-sighted now.
Oh, yeah, yes. But it damaged your eyes that much that you need assistance to see.
It's like the two reasons for eye damage. One is don't sneeze with your eyes open. Your eye will fall out. The second one is don't do magic eye things because your eye will
So have you done both
twist.
of those things? Have your eyes been expelled by sneezing before? Or is that why you wear glasses, to stop your eyes
falling out
while sneezing?
Speaking of eyes, one of the conversations I had with my little girl's best friend from school.
Yeah.
She had this thing.
I remember it.
I think she got like her cheeks got caught by the
sunburn,
sun.
Yeah.
But she thought she'd be all right because she thought that her eyes
would protect her cheeks from the sun.
Would shelter her cheeks from the sun.
And we had to kind of talk to her about, no, your eyeballs don't
protrude that far.
There's only one problem with your theory, Daddy. You know what I'm like when I sneeze? I sneeze about 40 times in a row.
Yeah.
And I have sneezed with my eyes open during those 40 times, many times. My eyes have never fallen out.
Well, you just got
but I think I've got quite deep set eyes, so maybe that's why.
You got hyper strong lids.
Or I've got barbed lids. Maybe my eyelids are barbed. Keep my eyes in.
Yeah, that's the one.
It's an evolutionary trait.
Yeah, he's got barbed lids.
There's no listeners. Do you have barbed lids?
Do you sneeze with your eyes open? Invest in a barbed lid.
So is that what damaged your eyes, yeah?
Yeah. Right, next question. Are you going to go and see this band?
Of course I'm going to go and see this band. It's going to be like crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to go and see this band at a sit-down venue because I need to rest. With a jazz lounge lamp on the table.
So we're going to Peggy's Skylight, like we're going to see Goffrey Gaven in...
Yes.
When is it? June, July, September? I don't know when it is. July. I think it's July.
July 25th.
July 25th?
Yeah.
So you want it in a jazz lounge scenario?
Indeed.
Not too loud.
I need to look at it because we're going to have something to eat as well. It's going to be a very sophisticated... I don't know if I'll be able to eat though while I'm watching it. So we're like, oh my God, what's happening? Godfrey's playing, isn't he? So
I'll be there with a rack of ribs.
We will be at Pride, showing our support, Pride.
Oh, it is Pride. It's gay day. I'll be wearing a nice gay T-shirt.
Indeed. And then we're off to see Guthrie. And
gay and Guthrie. Double G day.
But, dude, this was an absolute pleasure. I enjoyed this interview. I enjoyed listening to these artists. I enjoyed imagining this band, designing this T-shirt. This was great.
It's been good fun. Thanks, George. And you was a legend.
Yeah, legend.
If we do some spin-off episodes, you're welcome back any day.
Any day.
But we're not finalised any of that yet.
Yeah.
Or have time.
Yeah, I mean, we are probably at like the 3 hour mark, so maybe we should let our listeners go.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Or should we keep them a little bit longer and talk some more shit? I mean, if you got this far, though, let's be honest, if you got this far, you need to give us a 5-star review because you've sat through a lot of drivel. Some great stuff you've sat through, but there's a lot of shit as well you've sat through.
No,
so
I'm cutting the shit out.
You must... No, don't cut it all out. You must like us a little bit. So go and give us a 5-star review, please.
Tell your mates.
Yeah, share it with your mates. And, you know, keep listening to future episodes.
And we're going to have some merch coming soon.
Oh, yeah, we've got merch coming. We've got some new things happening soon.
Anyway.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Thank you to my co-host, Dan.
I'm not thanking you.
No, I was just...
Was that a fake thank you, was it?
No, I don't need you to thank me back. It was a sincere thank you.
I feel like something's wrong now. I feel like there's an issue. Do we need to air it on air?
No. Until next time, goodbye for now.
Goodbye.
We're so sorry to see you go, but thanks for tuning into the show.